1, 2 to the 3. Who it be? It's me. Uh-huh. Yeah. Check it. Check Both forms never of people laugh. Ja, Mann. Oopsie. I forgot many things actually. Okay, turn it on. Ayo, ayo. Oh? Where's my stuff? Oh? Yo, Ruby, hello. First even, wow. Did you redeem? No. Well, what's the game? What is the game? Ruby Caramel? If you don't know Ruby Caramel, go check out Ruby Caramel. Yes. Oh, that one. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good one to redeem because that's also people have said that they like that game as well. So that is a good one. Thank you. I'm gonna have to redeem that now. Let me do that. Has it been that long since this game came out? Kind of crazy. Best Narrative, the Game Awards winner, 2021. Yeah, 2021. Damn, dude. Crazy. Enter a creator tag. It was Batman. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it. Thank you, thank you. What am I gonna do in ESO? I kind of want to play something with Mash and everyone else. That would be more fun than ESO at the moment. Oh wow! Speak of the devil. I was thinking, man, like I kind of want to play a game with y'all. If Mash is back. If Mash is back, I wouldn't mind switching games. But then, what game should we play? If you're even down to play anything. I don't know if you're down to play. Why is it no longer a heart? On stuff that I like. Oh, Spotify removed that. Let me Google why. Consolidate the total number of buttons available on the app. Okay. This was last year even, but why did I always have a heart still? Yo, Mashman. Dude, Mashman, bro. I even said that if Mash was around, I would love to play with Mash and the boys. Yes. That sounds really fucked up. But yes. Because you back and all that. I wouldn't mind skipping an ESO stream just to play with the homies. Yes. Yo, TNK. Yo, how's it going? How's the build working out? It's a bit hard? Okay. Oh, doing your own thing. No worries, man. No worries. No worries. I'm really in the mood to listen to some good beats. It's been a while since I did like a music stream. This is not that good. Okay. Ooh. But is it just going to be a loop or is there going to be more to it? Probably just a loop, I think. Yeah. Tomorrow I can do the long stream because tomorrow, the day after, I'll have a free day. PhD here? Okay. What does that mean? That you stay longer there? But that was the plan, right? I'm confused. I don't know. Also, one bar sample for BG say, okay. I hope you like it. Okay. That's good. No, not that great. Oh.
The ladies. The ladies. The ladies. The ladies.
Yo, this is fire, man. Oh.
Ul, 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 ul. The ladies. The ladies. The ladies.
Oh. Yo. Oh shit. Called me vibing, coach. Hello.
Yo, barbecue sauce from Burger King?
Thank you for the shout out. How was stream, man? We're just checking out some music, yes. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. Yes, how was stream, Coach Man? And welcome in everyone. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Lolo. I guess I'll queue. Yes. Why? Basically, Tony. Why? I got ganked. Who ganked me? Oh, the Decimus trade. It was very unexpected. I even have some fries left on my plate. I was not expecting this. Pilovsky, why? Yes. Yes. Are y'all ready for part 2 of my work stories? Yes. Pretty chill stream. The class tier. Oh, dude, can I check out your VOD or something? Or yeah, to check out what you did for the class tier list? Is that yeah. We'll have the perms. DK needs buffs. Yeah, dude. Because oh wow, it's covering my face. Okay, so this is the rule. For whatever Decimus says, for the class tier list, right? We're gonna say, but I play the class, and I kill people in Cyrodiil all the time. For every class. I joke. Oh, sorry, I had something open.
Werewolf.
React content, Poggies, dude.
Run out stamina so fast, dude. Not actually sure.
Wait, hold on. Oh, there we go. Woo!
But just for like normal, like you log into
Okay.
Cyrodiil, you wanna have fun.
I see.
It's more consistent on Stamshock.
I see. Time to react.
See,
Yes,
trash.
time to react. Trash, Necro, bam,
Are we
done.
fine with
We're done with it.
three categories. We can add more if
It's meta ABC Necro. That's what it is.
Werewolf Worm, add Werewolf to it. How do you add things? I added
Oh shit, werewolf. Forgot about that.
Necros carpets. Yeah. Okay, let's start with the MacDK.
Oh.
MacDK obviously is still the best class. It might not seem like that if you
No, but DK is not that great of a class because like I kill DKs all the time.
like fight random DKs and they have no clue what they're doing. Like there's all people who just sitting there seeing the storm with a tank build and do no damage, but if you build a MacDK properly, that is the most broken thing in the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly show why.
Thank you. Also, this hasn't changed for years, by the way. But okay.
By
know,
simply by
Not that
just
I didn't say anything about that, but like I'm just saying in general. Like, how's Dopey? My brother in Christ. You have abilities that all deal damage, but also heal yourself, but also cause damage over time for a lot of things. On top of that, you have a very strong burst heal that it gets even stronger the lower health you have. Right? That's already like it's already the best burst heal in the game by far. Right? On top of that, you get access to an ultimate that allows you to ignore people's resistance, right? You go through that with direct damage attacks. So you're wondering, how could I build a lot of direct damage attacks? You can with so many combos. It's like, bro, Plovsky, also, thank you for the follow. Yes, you can. You can do the delayed burst with the deep breath thing, right? Then on top of that, you have Flames of Oblivion, which can also hit during that phase of corrosive, right? Then you have whip, of course, and wait, you can build up the whip depending on which whip you take, because you can go for the combo whip, right, and then increase your whip amount by a lot, or you can go for a whip that also tends to heal you, right? If people are after off balance or like immobilized and stuff, it's like which you can also do yourself too, by the way. So not only do you have a whip that you can choose between, hey, do you want mega nukage or do you want like survivability, but also deals a lot of damage because it also increases damage for some reason, right? I don't know why that is, right? Yeah, that's just that's a couple things, yeah. What else? Oh, don't even get me started on sustain, because apparently apparently DK had sustain issues, so they worked around with the passive for like the poison and flaming, right? Burning, sorry, where you get resources back, either stamina or magicka, depending on poison or burning. That they changed a bit to try and balance it, but it doesn't matter. Why? Because when you press an ult, you get your resources back anyway, right? Like who? Damn, dude, that sounds a bit broken to me as well. So there you go. DK, very, 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 very strong. Always has been. At me, coach. Give me a reason as to why it's not the most broken class for years. Thank you. Also, even if you don't believe the arguments I'm trying to make, just let it sink in that MagDK was one of the best dual classes for years, right? If you go to Alik'r Desert, chances are that you'll find a lot of MagDKs that are very well respected, right? Rightfully so. Some of them are really good, but also it just shows you that it's always been on top for the dual scene, right? Just saying. Has there been other things in the dual scene that have dominated for a little bit? Yes, but that doesn't change the fact that DK has always been at that top tier position and it occasionally has been challenged, but it's always sitting there up top, right? Comfortably relaxing. There we go.
Just using build it.
Also, can we just talk about the fact that most DKs don't even have to wear offensive sets? People actually sitting here, dude, playing DK, right? And they're like, oh, dude, DK is not broken. Meanwhile, they play Daedric Trickery and other shenanigans or like defensive sets. And it's like, well, where is your offense then that other classes have to run in order to deal damage when DK doesn't have to do that at all? It's like, you know what I mean? So like, if you one of the people that run defensive / utility sets on a DK, right, and you don't actually run a damage set, and you think that DK is not broken, then check yourself, dude. Yes.
To do more than that.
Okay, there you go.
I showed it yesterday briefly.
Yeah, so MagDK, very broken. Wants to do on my Sork, you're gonna destroy me, but I want to see how I compare. I'm really bad. Dude, I'm gonna be straight honest with you. I'm really bad at the game.
Misspelling.
Like I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm like a good player at all.
Oh, Imagination, yes.
Oh, right, yes. So yeah, that's 10-minute tier
hold on.
list will be 2 hours at this rate. Yes. Oh god, there's so
Let's
many
look at
different
the,
tier
like,
beards.
good
Tier
fighting
beards.
skill. Let's see
I saw his beard.
Stamsok has a little bit of
Beard.
damage, right?
Build, yes.
I think we can all agree with that. That's a little bit of damage. Now let's see how much damage actually
Wait, did I fuck up with?
according to the
No, it's correct,
build
right?
editor.
Yes.
Build editor says effective power 10k.
Tier of
Seems
beards,
about right.
yes.
10k in OCP, it's pretty good. It's kind of what you wanna aim for. Media Ho, thank you for the
Thank you for coming to
Thank
my
you.
rant of DK shenanigans. Yes.
So this is 10k.
Okay.
Now if I open my DK build, this is the solo build, it's not the group build. Group build has more damage, a lot more damage. This is the solo build I've played in BGs. Let's disable the CPs. Done. You see we have Potentates, we have Basalt Blood. Sets that are
Dude. I can talk about it now because he has a longer beard, a full-on beard. I don't remember what goal it was, if it was 1,000 followers or 2,000 or whatever. He had a goal to like do braids with his hair or however you call it, you know, beard braid, whatever, right? But he barely had enough. He barely had enough beard back then. Now he would probably have a proper beard braid, whatever you call it, or braided beard. But back then, dude, he barely had enough. I remember that. So,
for solo
I would put that beard back then, I would put that at bottom tier. Yes. Now, of course, like this is Desmos in his prime right now because he has a beard. You know what I mean?
We have Marking Ring, we don't have...
Yeah.
We do have Major Berserk because of the chains, but we don't have Major Courage.
By the way, if I didn't rant enough about DK, then they also had to add Major Berserk to a DK. Like, who asked for this, dude? Who? Like I said, MagDK has been at the top for dueling for like years, right? And like has been at a steady position there too. And then they were like, you know what, dude, have some Major Berserk. Do people really use it? Yeah, sometimes, but still, it's like, why would they do that? Like, why would they do that? You know, why give them the
We
option?
get less damage than the Stamsok from gear.
Okay.
And what is our effective power? Our effective power is 16,000, almost 17,000. That's 70% more than the Stamsok.
Yep.
Totally balanced. Yep. So I think if you play DK properly, if you build it properly.
Don't even get me started on Nightblade, dude. I don't know who in the ZeniMax Online Studios thought it was a good idea to just like change Nightblade around to the point where it is right now. I took a break from the game, dude. Now I came back from the game, right? I'm in some kind of low MMR stuff in BGs, which is completely fine, right? It's like you can get 30 kills there no matter who you are. It really doesn't matter because people are just made of 18k health, right? But somehow, right? A random Nightblade, right, can go 1 out of 10, right? So 1 kills, 10 deaths, or whatever, right? But can still annoy you because somehow they randomly can hit you with a 17k bow proc. It's like, where does this damage come from, and why does it need to be that high, right? It's solo effort. It's crazy. I remember back in the day, you know, Nightblades, rightfully, like they still had a lot of burst, and like they had to work hard for to staying alive because it would mostly it was stamp blade, and they would have to rely on vigor, right? That's the only thing they had then. And it's like, okay, that's a struggle, but it's also rightfully so. I can decide to just keep the bow. That's also true. Yes. I don't quite understand why they made that choice for Nightblade to, because like it's lazy damage now, which is good for the casual, but it can be frustrating for anyone that is a bit more than casual because a random person, doesn't matter in what kind of gear, can hit pretty hard on the bow proc or an incap. Well, incap also, by the way, increasing damage done, which is also like always been a unique thing of that too. So that's also very nice, of course. But that's always been like that for years, so that's normal. But yeah, so Nightblade has a lot of damage for no reason. Now it's not as broken as DK, but it's still a lot of annoying DK and a lot of annoying Nightblades like that, where it doesn't matter what skill level they are, if they can just randomly hit you and it just hits you hard. Like there's nothing much that you can do against it, right? Even if you hold block, like that skill will, those certain skills will hit harder than any other ability. And I understand it's like a burst class kind of thing, but it makes it less 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 fun in a way because like what counterplay do you really have if you get XP1 already? I'm not one of those elitist 1vx people that are like, oh, I need to be able to solo the entire world kind of thing. But I do find it annoying that a random person can just hit you for 3 to 4 times more damage than a regular skill or a burst skill can, right? That can just come out of nowhere. So that's kind of annoying. So Kakamount said they need to make it so you lose stacks out of combat, just like you can't pre-buff whip anymore. Yeah, it's also possible. I don't know. I think like if you really want to change Nightblade where you nerf the damage, you would also ruin the class because that's kind of its thing. But I've always said that I don't mind Nightblade having such high damage if they were able to not be alive as easily. But because of the hybrid stuff that we have nowadays, with everyone having a burst heal, Nightblade will benefit a lot, of course, because I mean, people even in chat are like laughing about the fact that they hit like a 15k heal or 20k crit heal even on a Nightblade, on like even being super squishy, just because that's just the hybrid situation that we're in right now. But I would be okay with them dealing as much damage if they also couldn't have as much healing, but they can also have that much healing, because every class now has the hybrid stuff, right? Yes, I'm still number 1 class. Sorry.
DK is the best class.
Okay, let's go.
Like no doubt about that.
23.5k crit heal. Well, there you go. Say less. Say less. I don't feel like Nightblade should have extreme burst damage, but then also still have the heals that like everyone else.
I think is very good.
But it comes with them standardizing everything.
With the Stamp DK, and they have no chance. And Stamp DK is considered one of the best like 1v1 classes right now, especially from damage point of view. But you can kind of just ignore their damage, you go corrosive, and then you just melt them.
Yeah, DK nowadays is all the same anyway.
You have a lot of
like
dots,
most classes are all the same.
You can like.
I think honestly, the most. What can I say? I think most classes, honestly, nowadays aren't even considered Stam this or Mag this, but just basically just Nightblade or just Sork. Although Sork, you could make the exception because Mag Sork is kind of different because you know when you're a Mag Sork, you use more magic-related things. But yeah, I think Sork might be the only one where you could still be like just a Mag Sork. I think the rest like even Templars run both stuff anyway nowadays, and like Warden, you run both stuff. Yeah, no, not really. No, because I still do. No, Magden is a thing too, I guess.
Stam Socks very easily.
Yeah.
On DK.
So yeah, DK is just DK.
Stam DK is not.
I feel the same about
Nightblade. It's a bit better because if you build it towards the
Nightblade is not.
Towards the burst damage, you have Engulfing Flames. Whereas on Stam DK, you would have Noxus Spread, and you get a little bit more damage with Engulfing.
Yeah, what Alpha said.
And it's a bit easier to sustain the chains and the whips than it is on Stam DK. I think Stam DK you kind of want to build it around a bit more dot pressure than Mag DK, but I still would say it's meta. Let's see. Stamblade. Stamblade is this is a tough one. It's my main class.
What's he gonna do here? I'm watching.
Stamblade
I'm
is,
watching.
it has the lowest floor in the game. Like, it's very easy to get into Stamblade. It's very easy to just gank people, be effective. But I think it's not easy to survive
7 light
if
Tuesdays
you're
with price
outnumbered.
extra stamp plus health food scratch your stamp.
I think it's not easy to kill tankier targets who know what they're doing on a Stamblade.
Well, that's the thing. Like, see, that's the thing. That's the thing, though, right? About that, like the tanky people, the Nightblade has just as much as a chance as a Sork to just choose to not fight that target. That's the beauty of both Nightblade and Sork. Like if someone's just being annoying and tanky, you can just leave and that's it. Right? What are they gonna do?
That said, it's still really good. It rewards you a lot if you play it well.
That's the nice thing about these classes.
So I'm looking at things from like when played optimally. In B tier, don't know if it's B tier.
I would say it's A.
It's either
say
B
it's A.
or A in my mind.
Because the thing is, right? I think everything that comes after, I don't feel like can come close to it. Like I feel the average classes would like Warden Templar, for example, would be below Nightblade. So I would consider it A. Right? That's what I'm thinking. Because I do think this is one step above. But it also depends on what you're doing. Like if you're going to do group play, Templar and Warden have more value, of course. Can you make a group build for Nightblade? Yeah, we've had this discussion before. Yes, you can make a group build, but I still think Templar and Warden offers more for group play than just the Nightblade. So it depends on what exactly the tier list is for. If it's just an all-round kind of situation, or if it's solo, then I would say 100% Nightblade would come right above the rest, but not higher than DK.
Because I would rate Macblade better, but Macblade could be like...
Whereas potential Templar is also very high, but it's very niche playstyle. Yeah, I've seen some Alikar Desert duelers, X-Towns, for example. I saw him stream against the Nightblade as well, and it was just a stalemate. But it's kind of like IQ into 0 ICBG and what happens tier list. Oh yeah, then I would put Nightblade on A for sure, because in BG's IC 0, that's definitely high up there.
I think it's still good. It just struggles sometimes. There are things that counter Stamblade very well. And if you build Stamblade to just survive, just have regen and stuff, you're not gonna really kill anyone that knows what they're doing.
Okay, that knows what to do. I was about to say, like, yeah. Because if you're up against the average player, which is not that high, I'll be very honest, the average player level is not really that high at all. That's why we have these BGs with 18k health and whatnot, because that is an average player. It's really crazy, because like, if you think you're bad at the game, but you at least have a build that has higher than 28k health, congrats, you're actually above an average player. That's actually not even a meme. So I would say that, yeah, if, like you already mentioned it, if they know what they're doing, it's going to be hard. But the average player is really not high up there. The average player is, I use Siege and I don't know how to heal myself. That's just the sad truth. Yes.
And same with
that I don't mean any harm to anyone or anything, but that's just the average player.
the Macblade.
Rip
You
off
hold block,
Siege.
you counter Nightblade.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of builds that can just hold block and never die to you.
Oh, I wonder which. Huh? What's he talking about? What's he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. Hold block? What is this?
Like, sure, you can slot Fear, but that's a global cooldown. And if your opponent CC breaks and dodge souls, you're not gonna land any follow-up. So again, if someone plays...
Did you know damn it? Did you know DK can block more? Yes. They hold block that they reduce more damage.
properly, they will not die to a Nightblade. Maybe... No, I would
Unless they
still
change
say,
that, but I'm pretty sure that's still a
how
thing.
well it survives in like solo play. In Zordil, I think I would rank it here. You can make it good for group support too if you run.
I
Group
knew
support sets and
I knew he
you
would say
have
that.
for teammates.
I
I
knew he
would
would
say
say
it's
that.
8 tier. Allies buff
It's Tommy. I can spot the logo from afar.
DK, fake news. Shock has a lot already with Necro get like 8k. Yeah,
It is,
we're
right?
gonna get-
Decimus or no? Right? It is? I know. Lower than 28k has always been the tipping point for health-based abilities, but only the past damage has drastically increased. That's why it's more relevant now. Yeah. This is, yeah, see? It's a Tommy.
Get to that later.
It's a Tommy, I know.
Against this best class, obviously with any.
I sell this at my shop.
I don't think Stam Arcanist is like offensively as broken as some other classes.
No, I agree. The
Best
thing is, the only thing that really pressures me is when they have the beam. But can they hit the beam? That depends on you as a player, because it's really easy to outmaneuver them with line of sight or just straight up walk through them and like you just treat them like a Templar with jabs. And it's not that big of a deal. But Arcanist survivability though is like, I don't know what these people are running, but I know that for a fact that it's not necessarily. Oh, Sage Dolby, thank you for the follow. For the follow. Yes, why welcome. Yeah, I wanted the beanie as well, but a longer beanie. I don't want the small beanie. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. I know there's like different names for different beanies. I've always wanted one, man. I'm a hat guy now, I guess. But did you guys know that before streaming I wasn't even a hat guy at all? Did you know? But then I was losing my hairline, so like it's time to wear hats because yeah, it's pretty bad. Now I'm bald. Yep.
How you doing? Privet Royce. 70% more sounds not enough. DK definitely needs a huge buff.
That's why you see more Dark Cloak Nightblades.
DK, they also nerfed it, but
I actually don't see any Dark Cloak Nightblades at all. I'll be honest. Yeah. Buying brand beanies with the stream monies. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Because streamers get like $1 million per month, dude. Every streamer. He has the check mark. He must make $1 million a month, dude. A lot of money. Yes.
changed the corrosive, but what I did on my build, I just changed the potentates. And I changed the way I play the build. I have decisive now and major heroism on this bar, and then you get the corrosive, you switch to this bar, you get the healing from the basalt blood. So I didn't have potentates before I had blood spawn, so a couple of changes and the build is still like just as good as it was before, if not better. So the corrosive nerf didn't really affect DK. Meanwhile, they buffed DK so that you get the crit.
Thank you. Did you just say that the corrosive change didn't change much? I don't know where these people in the mind have think that like that nerf to corrosive where like they can't get ult anymore in corrosive makes it that like makes it unplayable or something, like where it's just like really bad now. It's like, bro, it does the same thing it always has. The only difference now is you can't cheese it by using other ults and what other shenanigans, right? It's like corrosive has always been broken. I don't know where these people come from that say that corrosive now is bad because you can no longer get ult in corrosive. Like what? I don't know, man. Well,
Heals on the back part too, which is kind of broken.
strong heal over
It
time,
gets
you got the
best
help to
heals
back
in
it
the
up.
game too, like best self heal. Because you get 15k tulip, kind of low stats. But we also have a lot of crit healing on this build.
And now you gotta make
You
it
very often get like back to
accessible for the
full
multiplayers.
health with one click of a button.
Coachman Bongmaster. Yes.
What MacDK build has 17k? The one on my website. Now it says 13k, but if I switch to double bar, 16.7. It's on the website. There's also a
Have some fries.
link to this buildator on the Discord.
I forgot I had fries.
Very, very broken. Open world, to be honest. Counters Gerald. Wait, what does Nightblade?
Someone
It
loves
doesn't
the,
counter Gerald.
someone loves the beard and the accent, they said.
You need to
Yes.
run Weird Tree to counter that. In that case. Also, actually, no, you don't even need a deadbot, you just need a dot on the target. Because you still take dot damage and that keeps Jarl stacked. You can counter Velikan with Gulk. You can counter Jarl. Mark is number 1 for solo open world?
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
What this person said, people cry about the Arcanist because it's unkillable, but play it yourself. It takes forever to kill someone if you have a tanky build. Yeah, I agree. The laser thing is really what tips it over, but if someone isn't standing in the laser fully, then I don't know how else you would deal damage other than relying on certain proc sets. But then it's the proc set that's OP and not the class itself. Because like same thing with Stamsork, right? A lot of things like Master Duel, Fade Destro, you name it, Marshlock, whatever, right? These are all the sets that like work together. Stamsork is a nice proc carrier, but the sets are what really carries it, right? It's the same thing with the Arcanist. Because like you can have non-beam damage deal a lot of damage, but like is it because of the class or is it because of the sets? Because it's the sets.
It's very
I agree.
tanky, but we'll get to it in a moment.
Tanky's fucking Dragon's
Proc
Appetite.
eights
Yes.
on
Yo,
40k
Terrible as well.
Arcanist.
Levant, gang. Coach.
It's really good, but I don't think it's DK tier.
Yeah, look,
Because you don't have
Geralt plus Reliquant plus Master Duel. It's the sets that make the thing. That's the thing. That doesn't change the fact. Hey, you know it, dude. You know I bought it today, dude. It was off 50% off. So I had to go buy it. So yeah, exactly my point made here. It's Lithrons in chat said you're all Reliquin and Master Dual, which again is just the sets and not the class itself.
With the offense, you have a lot of defense, but you don't have.
you
as
could
much
run that on
offense
any
as
other class too.
classes. McTicket doesn't need armor buff either. Yeah, no, if you build around Koro, you don't need the armor buff. I don't actually run it. I'd rather have things like Deep Breath and Chains and other things than
Yeah. Well, you look at here. Things that work in corrosive, and it's really effective,
an armor buff.
right? So like, yeah, the corrosive nerf, man, dude, unplayable, man. Corrosive so bad now, man. I don't know, man.
Can gank normal players though. On Nightblade or which class?
You can even backbar Flames of Oblivion.
Them against the Beast. Only for PP opponents. Wrong tier list. Play tier list? Nah, I don't do that. Necro S tier. Tier list? Yes. Burst Heal equals Mag Nightblade. Yeah, it is more sustainable on Magblade. That's why I'm gonna rank Magblade.
Yeah. Yeah, them
Yeah,
standardizing the
And it's Noob, thank you for the follow. Thank you.
whichever bar.
And
buff.
Cinnamon, hello, how you doing? Love the beard and the accent. Well, thank you. Glad you enjoy them. What about the Arcanist?
It's kind of why not skill? Which one?
Play it yourself. It takes forever to kill someone if you have a tanky build. Yeah, the offense is not as good as it could be. Chal Relic and Master Dual.
What makes Arcanists really annoying is because most Arcanists will have other people that they're backing up. So like the laser is this, it fits in the same category as the Nightblade damage burst. It's just annoying to deal with. Like Decimus said, can you block the bow proc and the incap? Yes, you can, right? But it's just in those moments where you're getting XV1 or something, or you happen to do group v group, whatever, right? It's just the annoying part where like if you happen to get stuck for a slight moment, that Nightblade bow proc or incap into bow proc, whatever, right? Or the laser from the Arcanist can potentially hit hard, but it's just those moments where it's really annoying, for sure. The difference is, I do feel like you have to work more. You have to work more for the laser beam to actually hit, because you have to work with positional desync in the game. Like you kind of have to aim it in front of the people rather than right on top. Same thing with spin to win. Like if you're on top of someone as they're running and you spin, sometimes you'll miss. That's just how it is. Yeah, I really dislike beam on Arcanist. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just that's just it's annoying to land, exactly. But if it happens to land, then yeah, it does deal good damage. But it's just annoying. Yeah. Flames. There's no good reason to not put on your bar. Problem with DK. The thing is, Flames of Oblivion is so good because in corrosive it is also a source of direct damage, and it's just free. It's just a free Hadouken, and then like then you're fucked because you combo that together with other skills. Like for example, he has Deep Breath and stuff. That's also is a skill that you can combo with, and then eventually with the whip too. All you have to do is you land the stun right after, right? You land Shattering Rocks or whatever, right? And you have Flames of Oblivion, Deep Breath, and whip all hitting at the same time, and it's very broken. And yeah, like what are you gonna do when they have corrosive, right? Like again, they have a stun that is you cannot counter the stun at all, like unless you run CC pots. But like there will always be a moment where someone will not have the stun, and then you just combo and then they're dead anyway, right? So there's that issue. It's a bit too easy to play if you know what you're doing. The DK that is. That's why he put it in meta, and I can completely see why. DK. Wait, hang on. What makes Arc problem with DK's bar space? So many good skills. Yeah, I really just like fully buffed hits. Cheap skilled spam 3 direct hits. Yeah, it tends to be really high up on CMX as well for BGs. Just having it up, just Flames of Oblivion, just walking around and just doing your thing. What makes Arcanist annoying is that they're oh yeah. DK also doesn't take damage. Yeah. DK is in a special class. Is in a special tier. Okay, DK is pay to win. Not everyone can afford Heroism Pot, dude. Okay, I have nothing to say.
Yeah, you
Also, Twitch Rune Blades are Bashkinist. Yeah,
but
but then again, like it's more reliant on the sets as well for that. Then it's not so much the Arcanist itself, because you can also run the Maelstrom 2H for like other stuff. Like let's say you run Force Pulse or something, or I don't like the Bloodthirst. I've tried that out. I've tried the full on setup on Stampswork with Dragon's Appetite, Maelstrom 2H, Draugr. Sorry, Draugr was the other one. Yeah, I've tried. I didn't like it, but that was Bloodthirst. That's because of the skill. 2H, the Rune Blades though, yeah, it has the same the same vibe. It has same vibe, dude, as the Force Pulse because it's just multiple ticks, right? Which is really nice. Feels better with Rune Blades and Maelstrom front. Hey, thank you for the follow. AK2 Uba? Yes. Thank you. Hope I didn't butcher your name. Yes, welcome. Where's it? AK Tuma. Where's it? Zuma. Kukumba. That's that one dude from. Is he actually from Jamaica? I don't know. Anyway, he rhymes about how healthy a cucumber is. That's really nice. Yeah. Okay. ADHD. I run heroism poison on backbar speed pots and fracture cost poisons. You can do that. That's how I can solve it. Yeah. Kukumba. You know it, dude? Dragon all meeple? I was gonna say Dragon all meeple, but Dragon meeple, yeah. Akuma, yes. Why? Try Force Pulse with Force Pulse, yeah. It feels better with Rune Blades.
It's not really a 1v setup.
Huh?
If you are 1vx, you're probably gonna die with those, even on Arcanist. Katana, what's Iron? And DK, she's still good. DK is still best class in my books. Still, will still not do more damage than DK or Knifeblade. Or
the only people that will say that DK is not top tier are the people that don't play. Are the people that play DK themselves. They'll always say that it's not.
Sork. Or
and it's always the ones that are in kind of like a defensive mode with like the sets that they run, and then it's always those people, man. It's just like there was a person a long time ago, right, that also ran like all defensive sets, and I asked them straight up like, where's the damage? They're like, oh, but I deal so much damage. It's like, yeah, that's the class. Thank you for confirming my point. But yeah,
Templar.
Tesla boy, oh hi, welcome in.
But it's kind of on one part.
What would make Necro great again? Dude, Harmony was what made it so great because Harmony allowed you to do, to set up a combo that actually was worth running. Harmony was so huge, man. There is one build, all right? But this is super situational. There is one build, unless they fixed it, right? Nice hat, thank you, coach. What's up, dude? There is one build that only I've seen on NA that has been perfected. That is the one thing that I will give to NA. Right, and that is Grim Preacher, but there were other people too, of course. It's just it happened to be the first person that I know, right? Could be other people too. I don't know. I don't care either. The Grim Preacher build is full on focused on the Ritualist, which buffs up pet damage, and he had a specific build, Master Destro, and some other stuff to buff it up completely. He was in a very specific build, but if you use the Blast Bones ult together with while buffing up with all your sets and stuff, the Blast Bones, if they hit, they will one-shot everyone that you can think of. Everyone. However, this is why I say it's situational. One, it's a really shit. There's no survivability on this build whatsoever. You're glass cannon because that's how we played it, right? And that is the way it was effective. The other second thing is the only reason why there was no counter to it was because he always played with a Sork, and it happened to be a Stamp-Sork. So it was either the people that he normally played with, or occasionally he played it with me. And in the testing phases, he played it with me a lot. So whenever we play together, I would always make sure that I would have a negate and I would have a streak. So if I knew that another team did not have CC immunity, I would negate and streak them, and he would pop his Blast Bones ult, right? Or actually, he would pop the Blast Bones ult, he would tell me, then I would negate and streak, right? There's no counter to that till this day. And it one-shots everyone. But it's a very specific build, and it's very situational. And if you get focused a lot, you probably will die too as a Necro. As the Necro that runs that typical build, right? So that is the only build that I can think of for Necro that will not work on other classes, because what other classes have like a multiple burst thing like that can be hit at the same time. Wait, DK kind of has that. Oh, corrosive, right? Yeah. So but you get my point. You get my point though. Like for the Necro, like for having multiple Blast Bones up that can hit for 15k each, right? Like I'm talking Blast Bones hit for 15k each because you're full glass cannon and you're full on. You need a strong healer. No, like there's no counter to it because you negate and shriek. That's the thing. So that's why I said it's very situational, because you need a Sork with you that can negate and shriek so that you can 100% wipe the enemy team. And the Blast Bones hit for like 15k per blast pwn too. Yeah. Oh, for the necro, yeah. The other group is bye. Yeah. With the sword, yeah. So that's the only situation where I can think that where necro has something going for it that no other class has. And that's because of the blast bones. But yeah, again, like it's super situational, and I've only seen it happen on NA, where he actually perfected the build with like maximum damage, and his blast bones were 15k per piece, and multiple blast bones all hitting at once. There's no one that tanks that.
Actually.
Okay, hang on. Let me turn one of the tethermorphs into a corpse explosion like this. You propose, like the Dead Again spell in Dark Souls 2. Okay, I see. There's an arc everywhere, so minor evasion. Will the blast bones even hit? Yeah, you know they do hit. Surprisingly, yeah, they do hit. Yeah. Next, still using PvE besides tank even. Everyone has unblockable stun. Blast bones just jumps to the next keep instead of hitting anyone. Wanted a macro project. Yeah, but keep in mind, like I can't stress this enough. It's a very situational build. It was the ritualist with the Master Destro and everything. Balorg as well, Balorg included. I don't know what else he had. He could probably even run Sea Serpent and stuff nowadays, but then again, that's also kind of situational as to when you get that buff. But so it's not perfect. But the way that he had it fully set up where he was one mega glass cannon, and yeah, he needed the backup. He needed to get peels from the team, and he needed a sword to negate and streak. But yeah, that's the strongest necro build I've seen for sure.
It's not fun, needs to be reworked for faster action.
Okay, anyway, so that's
in
necro.
general. Can tank all damage and eventually kill. It depends on who you're fighting.
But even though I have that build, I'd still put Necro in trash tier because one, you needed an entire another player to make the build work, right? Plus, you yourself need to be, you cannot make a single mistake because you need to master Destro buff and you need to do other stuff. I'm not sure if it was Clever Alk. You need to continuously grind ult. So you need to have the, is it Dead in Pain or was it the other morph? I don't know. The one that gets you ult. So, yeah.
You can kill a lot of things, but there are also players who you can't kill, whom you could kill on a DK, whom you could kill on a Sorc. MacDK, yeah, MacDK Stem DK is also fine. Like, there's not much of a difference between the two. I think you can build a bit more bursty on MacDK and
you're kind of healer.
Stem DK
You could try that. Yeah, you could try
damage, but in the end, they're both still really good. They have good survivability. They have good.
Let me try to find the video. Yo, Bombo, what's up? We're talking about Decimus tier list. I'll never be able to find this. I know we had some clips as well. I'm gonna try and find it. Sorry, give me a moment. Oh man. I can't. Oh no, dude. Okay, I can't find this YouTube thing anymore. Ripperino. Okay, I wanted to show you guys like how it looks when he's doing the combo and when he's receiving the combo. Sorry, say Unirator D tier. No, you. Yes. There you go.
Good ultimates, good offense, good damage, good CCs.
What's up? We're doing pretty good, dude. I just discussed. I had a long talk already, dude, about DK and Nightblade, and then I went in a little bit much on the Necro. How there is one single build still that actually works, but is situational. And it is mega OP, but again, it's situational. For BG premates. Yeah. But yeah.
Stay in. You don't really lack anything on DK. Now, is the tankiness better than on Arcanist? No. No, I would say Arcanist is a bit tankier, but has a lot less damage than DK. Like a Malady Masters and Watersun, Yeah, if you're in Alikir, I'm sure, but I'm looking at things from like just the open world XVX 1vx point of view. Not
Would you rather main Plar or Crow? There's multiple ways to approach this question. Because I know there are streamers out there as well that just want to play whatever people don't play as much so that they can feel special. That's the thing. It's a real thing, right? Nothing against them. I'm just saying that is how some people are. So I could also be that person and just be like, you know what? I don't play Necro because everyone says it's bad. Then when people come into my chat, they'll be like, oh my god, you're playing the worst class ever. But look, I'm making it work. I'm playing Cyrodiil. Here's the thing. Only two answers. Okay, if I can, okay, just like that. Would you rather main Plar or Crow? Dude, why would you not want to play Templar though? Because Templar's always been nice with the cleanses, man. Right? Templar doesn't have to worry as much about shit. Necro also can cleanse, don't get me wrong, but then like Templar has more in the package than Necromancer. You know, more things to offer. Like, what are you gonna do with Necro? Use the Scythe? You know, Templar still has the option between the Dark Flare type of playstyle and the Jab playstyle. But you can also just do Master Duel and stuff on the Templar too. Everybody's scared of the beam. Exactly. I didn't even mention Jesus Beam, but Jesus Beam also is just a reason for it by itself. Like, dude, you can be that guy that beams people at 100% health just so they know that, like, hey, you know, don't come this way, because if my homie hits you, right, and you're still Jesus Beamed, you're gonna die. Yes. You know, you can be that Jesus Beamer. Yes. So yeah, I'll shoot my flaming skull at you, bro. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Yes, because we all know Plar mains are the most sus people in ESO. 100% they are. Plar mains, yeah. Okay, so I've also discussed before on stream, right, the different personalities that each class has, right? Templars have the biggest head, just straight up. I'm sorry to say it. I know some people that main Templar. It is what it is, Coach man. Templars just have big heads, dude. Yeah.
not how well you can do in Alikir. Also,
Yeah. Because Templars feel holier than everyone else. Yes, funnily enough. Right? Yeah. You don't even have a main? Yes.
Spirix, hello. Ban. 40k HP. Yeah, but that's kind of a given. Like, you get as much health as you.
Nightblades are like. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, Nightblades are psychos. Fuck, dude. I know we're talking to I know we were looking at a Nightblade main. I'm sorry, man, but most Nightblades, dude, they're just crazy, man. They're actually crazy, dude. Yes, because you know how I said Templars have the biggest head, right? Nightblades, dude. Nightblades are just like they are the type of people to wish harmful things upon you, in random situations, right? Like, I don't know. It's just Nightblade things, man. It's just, dude. If you've ever been hate whispered by someone, right? I can guarantee you it was a Nightblade. Am I wrong? Am I wrong though? The other one can be DK, because people tend to also think that Nightblades have small PP. Yes. All my hate whispers were from Sorks. And all my teabags too. But Sork, the thing is, main Sorks are different from like seasonal Sorks. People that play Sork now is just because they can run Vade Destro and Master Duel, that Marcelok and shenanigans, right? And it's like, okay, they're just playing Sork just because it happens to be easy right now because the procs are strong at the moment, right? Where were those people when Sork was at a bad time, right? I got one today. It was Nightblade. That's what I'm saying, man. Yes. He didn't like me knocking him off the map. There you go. Nightblade mains. Yeah, exactly. The pitch, Coach Man. Actually, the pitch. What's your main class? Because I don't know. Yes. I actually don't know. What's your main class? Because I've seen you on multiple classes. Nightblade mains are the type of people to have folders named after all the players on the PC. Dude, I'm not going to say anything. No comment. Fam Sorks are the worst people. Not going to lie. Oh, Nightblade. Oh, shit, dude. Oh, shit, dude. Oh, shit. He wanted them. He wanted the Nightblades. That keeps the list in his brain. Yesterday it was a DK. Yesterday was DK. Yeah, because the DKs, right, they have an easy life and they don't want to admit that they have an easy life playing DK. So because they think they're really good at the game, right? Got folding as other players confirmed. Me? No, I don't. No, there was a I'm not going to go into the situation, but if you guys know a little bit of history, then you know who, right? But I'm not gonna sit here and talk about it. But it's definitely not me. That's kind of funny. I invest fuck ton of money in this game. I'll play all the classes for that money. Yes, play all the classes. Hey, that's me. Wait, what are DK? Hey, that's me. Yeah. DKs have an easy life, and then they build up an ego, right? And then like, oh, dude, yes, and then rah, I'm DK. Fear me, and then like, oh shit, I died. Well, fuck you. Yeah, there you go.
You can. I don't have that much health actually. On
21k Kovacs, very
I
balanced.
don't points into health, but
Yes. Sorks. The seasonal Sorks are mega toxic. Seasonal Sorks are the annoying Sorks that I also don't like. The seasonal Sorks are the ones that I'm like, if I beat them, dude, I actually like, oh, dude, it's just I can smell the salt and tears, dude. Yes, yes, and it's wonderful. Like being able to defeat a seasonal Sork is the best feeling ever, because they need to go back. They need to go back to other classes, right?
I don't run.
Seasonal Sorks is a great guild name. No, dude, watch, man. Seasonal, yeah, it's a season, dude. Because like, how often have we had a phase where like certain proc sets were so busted that people suddenly started playing Sork, right? We've had a lot of phases like that before, yes. And now the current phase is the Vade Destro and Master Duel with Sork. Yes, it doesn't even matter what else you run. It's just that's just the standard thing. Yes, and then people play Sork on it because it's easy to play.
On DD
That's what it is.
And all that.
Okay, Guest Warden was my recent main, mostly with Templar still big love. Most play, but don't like that. More loving Nightblade again, and I got 3. Got 3 what? Oh, 3 Nightblades. Oh damn. They hop on what they think is the strongest thing to play and meta, and they die on it and release and they don't like it one bit. Yeah. Bozork, most cringe seasonal class. Bozork was also a seasonal playstyle. Also, you'll see a lot less now, but they still exist. Yes, because Bozork was also a phase. Yeah, 100%. Fuck all Bozorks. Damn. All the old Maxwork switched to DK, then to Bozork, then back to DK. Yeah, because why not? Maxwork, dude. Maxworks back in the day also. Maxworks back in the day also had like a really easy time, and the people that also had a big head were also the people that were just endless furying everyone in BGs back when like endless fury actually secured kills, for sure, right? And then they would have 30 kills, and everyone had a billion assists because Maxworks would just be and then yeah, and then they get all the kills, and then they feel good about themselves, right? That's original Maxworks, yes, or sees. Well, yeah, both original and seasonal Maxworks. I'll say it, dude. I'll say it. Fuck them. With Bozork, you can be bad and out of danger range. Yes. The one shot Vade 2 and Sork was fun though. The Vade Staff Master duel is not. Yeah. I don't know what to say. The one shot Vade 2-handed Sork. Yeah. Sometimes it worked on the U. In the high MMRs, it didn't really work against us. Like yeah. That's why I still played Azurblight back in those days. People already had way too much health back then. It's kind of a thing between NA and EU. But I mean, there was a small time where Mechanical QD Stamp Sork, for people that remember the mayors and stuff, Mechanical QD definitely was at its peak of use, and there were big bursts from that. Oh yeah, that's kind of like third party though, because like it wasn't Mayors by himself, but it's usually when there was a team fight going on, you would then get hit by a full-on crit from Mayors with Dawnbreaker, Spin to Win and stuff, and then yeah, it kind of hits hard back then. So it wasn't like a complete full-on he did all the bursts by himself kind of thing. If people had enough health, which they did. I have such a hate for Sorks. I can keep talking. Yes. I cannot keep talking. Did you help someone make a Bozork a few days ago, Coach? Yeah, because I mean, if people want a lazy playstyle, then you got to do it. It is what it is. I don't discriminate, dude. If someone is like, give me the most toxic build, whatever, right? Insert this. Keep streaming till you get up there, bro. Love and hat. Hey, thank you, Dominic. Thank you. Yes, hope you're all right over on the YouTubes. We out here chilling on the Twitch at the moment. Yeah, so I'm answering questions and stuff on Twitch. If you're wondering why, if I'm like talking to myself, yes. Oh yeah, link should be in the description. If it's not, let me know. I'll update it. Why play Bozork when you play Corrosive Snipe DK? I mean, you can even do such things. I wouldn't do it, but you can do such things if you want to. Savage, did you report the Warden main shit? Did I miss it? Not yet. Check back in another 30. Yes, I'm now DK main. I go farm gold for Easy Life. Acuity Invasion Z. Yeah. Is he doing the list and start? Yes. PhD from you all chasing me with Acuity one shots? Yes. Interacting with YouTube? Yes. YouTube. Mobile Twitch stand? Oh, yes.
Actually, I think left-handers is
Oh,
better.
yes.
Left-handers
Okay.
and Gerald, not Gerald, your wolves is how you get the most tankiness. And then the rest you can build into damage. 1vx build,
YouTube.
kill them one by one.
Frick,
The problem
he
is
said.
that when you have 5 people...
Oh, dude, I realized
don't have
yesterday
time
I
to
turned the
focus
chat
one
off
target down.
entirely. So
You
let me
don't have
put
time
it
to stack
back up.
melody on
Yes.
one target and not accidentally hit someone
Sorry, my
else so
bad.
that you get
yes.
cooldown and it doesn't stay.
Yesterday, someone wanted to take a screenshot of my skill bar, and everyone kept on chatting and being active, which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I forgot to turn on the chat box again.
Back up. Just
Your class 60 minutes, 20 minutes each, 11 to go, 11 times 20, so
Why it has
3.6
been
hours to go.
shorter.
Yes. Stream on YouTube. Yes.
So yeah,
I do be streaming on YouTube, but I
would say
usually
it's
have
I
one
think
viewer.
is,
Yes,
it
that's
is
okay.
counterable.
Stop chatting.
Otherwise, it would be.
This is
meta.
also Twitch. Well, Twitch.
I think this Robert is very
yes,
good
Twitch.
though, if you don't get countered, and I think it's very good at killing squishes.
Smash that subscribe button.
Players,
Dude, I could never be a
as well,
YouTube
not
person.
just
That's why I'm
squishes.
really bad at YouTube.
Should I say tankier players?
I have funny YouTube shorts, I guess, and Twitch
but
and
it's,
and TikTok shenanigans
difficult.
that I personally like
You have to
myself.
what you're doing on the
But
plane to kill people.
yeah,
who
it's
know what
like-
they're doing.
I'm nobody, so that thing, my
Honestly,
videos are never going anywhere.
In this case,
It'd be like that.
Well, any
Templar
of these
mains
classes
watch stream on
can
YouTube.
do that.
Templar mains do actually have more interactions on Twitch, on YouTube than they do on Twitch. 100%, dude. 100%.
But I would rank Stamblade up there. Macblade I would rank a little bit higher because you can play more builds.
Even
with
Philip.
Macblade,
Speaking of a
get more
Templar
value
main
concealed.
at YouTube, what's up, King
That's
Kuro
Macblade,
Coach?
because
Yes.
you can use these
We're all
more
back.
resets
Yes, we're all back.
possible. You can spam more burst heals. You get everything that the Stamblade gets, but you get more as a Macblade. And
Like to see the study on that one?
builds like the
On the Templar thing? Oh, 100%.
Soul Cleaver build
Yes.
and stuff, you won't really be able to
Oh,
play
dude, I just had a long rant about Nightblade's DKs and
So
some
I
other stuff.
would rank
What's up, Coach?
Macblade ahead of Stamblade. And I would say it's A tier. I would rank Nightblade up here, I think. We can adjust it later. It's kind of on the fence between A and B.
Balanced class in game, yes.
Matscrow. Okay, well, that's
Yeah,
the
there we go.
easiest one
Easy
to-
clap. I mean, I already talked about the one
judge,
build that you could run on
Matscrow is
Necro,
terrible.
but it's very
Matscrow is even worse than
situational.
Stamcrow.
And
Like,
when it
there's
comes to
no
pre-made
way
stuff,
build
YouTube
Matscrow
chat,
that I've seen, that I've
invalid user. Yes, yeah, yeah, those emotes things, yes. Necroclear S tier, that's he's biased. Well, the thing is, for pre-mates, I actually would put Necro higher up because of that specific reason. However, it is so situational that I cannot put it on like the highest tier, even though it can one-shot a team. It just requires coordination, it requires personal skill, it requires peak effort, which is not really that drags it down by a lot. Like, even though that is nice, it drags it down by a lot because it's so situational. So then Necro would, in a pre-made list like this, I would probably put Necro on B actually, because it requires way too much for it to work. But if it does work though, that can be the winning that can be the two teams cleared. Like if you're able to third party, you have your corpses up and everything, and you're able to pop the Blastbones ult with that specific build I mentioned, then you can wipe two teams undeniably, for sure. So I would put it B tier for that. But otherwise, it's so situational. It requires another Sork, like I said. It's too much effort. Trash. There you go.
I've tested a fuck ton of builds. Matscrow is terrible.
Yeah.
It is actually terrible. Why is it terrible? It lacks damage, it lacks sustain, it lacks survivability, it lacks every single aspect that you need on a good PvP build.
Except for the one build that I mentioned.
And one big reason for that
But
is
it's
because
super
you don't get
situational.
any buffs from your skill line, even your armor buff. Like, sure, you get an armor buff, like you get major.
Also, macro, right? I'm assuming if you're macro, you have to use the flame one, right? It's like the stam one is so much better, dude. Right, as well. So like that's also just like
every other
Yeah.
class. But your major resolve is actually tied to a very bad skill. Apart from that, major prophecy, you don't get that. Major savage, major sorcery, major brutality, you don't get that. Minor berserk, you don't get that. Vulnerability, you don't get that. You don't get anything. Minor breach, not even minor breach. You don't get shit on Necro. Apart
Yeah.
from that, like the burst heal is not as good as the other burst heals in the game, like Coag or Polarwind.
yeah,
Your offense very easily countered. You block the blast bones, they do 0 damage.
yeah,
You cloak the blast bones go Pepega in 1vx. They don't even hit your target.
yeah, yeah.
Really bad offense, really bad defense, really bad sustain. The one good thing about this class is the class set, and even that thing is bugged.
Yeah.
It's just trash.
Dude, I'm sorry, but I hate people that play Nightblade during the dot meta and they like dots wouldn't affect them whatsoever, and they'd be like, no, dude, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Even Templars could not keep up with the amount of dots that were being thrown around. And when I say that degen was on your death recap by like 5 times and stuff, right? Dude, you know something is broken. And remember the Nightblades back then? Yeah, we're not affecting them. Purge, yeah, remove dots. That's long time ago. But I'm talking specifically about the dot meta, because the dot meta was so unfun to play in. It was crazy. And Nightblades were having the time of their life, and they didn't even want to participate in the conversation because they were like, no, everything is fine. Like, I'm fine. It's like, yeah, because you don't get affected by dots. Somewhat of a teacher myself, yes. Using a dot build with double the files on my Magpie, and it was great back in dot break. Yeah, it's crazy. You remember as well.
Bias list.
All the dots.
Top. Oof. Stemblades with endless roll dots, and I was gonna thank you. 15k hits is possible. 15k hits is possible if you don't hold block. If you hold block, no Nightblade is ever gonna kill you. Or if you hold block, I mean. Once you like know when to block and when to counter Nightblade, they can't do shit. Let's go OP with Vele Malady build. Yeah, I don't know about that. Well, again, like, that's also a stam set. Like, you get max stam from that. It's more likely you're playing a stam crow with it. Bass Bones is to be B tier to know how good match score is. There's gonna, yeah, we're gonna get to B tier classes in a moment, but stam crow, I would say stam crow is a little bit better than match crow.
Yeah, but
why is stam crow better? Because you get sight.
The Stamcrow is a bit better, but it's only because it offers a little bit more, but it's still weaker than everything else in the game, sadly enough. I would 100% swap Major Defile Blast Bones for Deep Fissure any day, dude. Any day.
Sight gets you a CC. Sight gets you a like little bit of survivability with your spam ball.
It has one DC skill, Magron Zero, yeah.
Stamcrow gets you, like, you can play Bowcrow. You can get Magnum Shot, you can get a good CC, you can do Toxic Barrage, maybe have some pressure with that, focus on something else than the Trash class, and instead focus on the weapon skill lines, and Bow is probably the best way to do that. Now, if you want to play like a dueling build, you can go for DC swings and stuff like that. You can't really do that on match score. The usual Master Duel stuff, much easier to do on Stamcrow.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is like he said, that's also how I said it before. It's like, you know, because, you know, someone will probably think in their mind like, oh, but my Necro is fine, this and that. It's like, yeah, because of the sets that you're using. But if we just have to rate thing on the classes, right, then Master Duel and stuff is not involved in rating the classes. It's involved in like if we were to rate proc sets and stuff. But we're only rating classes, like specific classes. And yeah, it's just, yeah, whenever you see this, let's say this was an actual video and stuff on YouTube, you would 100% get like hundreds of people commenting saying like, oh dude, but like I do very well with my Necro with Master Duel, Fate Destro, and you name it, whatever, right? Reliquin, whatever. And it's like, yeah, but that's the set, it's not the class. But yeah.
On Stamcrow, maybe you can actually, because it's not like you can sustain on match score either. So it's just better than match score in every way.
Yeah.
Even bombing, like you can do Darkon and Master 2H, for example, and you can play it on either one. Match score gets nothing. And I tried to
dude, 100% Terracon, 100%, yes.
Using things like LA Ring and stuff like that, but it just never works.
In-cap bow proc and I die. Yeah, you have to kind of know when he does it, and then because it's okay, it's a little bit different on the Nightblade, but I can say for DKs, right? Like, if they're a good DK, they're not going to leap you at 100% health. And with Nightblade as well, like the in-cap, most Nightblades will do the same thing with coming out of stealth into an in-cap, right? And doing things. So whenever you see a Nightblade stealth, I usually tend to hold block, yes. Or if I know exactly which moment to do what, I will also do a roll dodge, but then they could technically catch me after that. So it depends on who you're fighting. But most time, that's the thing that I said as well. Regardless, I do think that Nightblade deals a bit too much damage where in the end, like, I don't know if it's as easy where you can just block all the attacks depending on what kind of class you are, because the pressure that a Nightblade can have let's say you run a Sork, but you don't run the OP proc sets, right? And then you have on then, like, to make it equal, you have a Nightblade that also doesn't run the OP proc sets, but it's just all stat based, right? The issue with that 1v1 setup right there, Nightblade versus Sork, is Nightblade will still be able to have a burst heal, which Sork will not, right? So the offensive pressure that a Nightblade can have is still a bit much, in my opinion. That doesn't necessarily mean that Nightblade will win the fight against a Sork every single time, but I'm just also saying, like, this is a situation where we're talking about the classes itself and not the proc sets involved. You know what I mean? So 80% of, so the thing is, like, it's rough because if you duel as a Sork and you don't have omega dude, proc sets, right, that will carry damage for you, then you force people. If you have those proc sets, then you force people to having to play defensive. That's what makes Sork so good, because when they're so defensive, you don't have to worry as much about your own survivability because you have so much offensive pressure on them. And this is why for dueling and stuff, that standard setup that I've mentioned tends to be successful, because there's just so much pressure on them that they either have to play defensive or they just have to play defensive. Or they need to focus on getting as much pressure on you on the Sork, because then they also know that, well, the Sork will have a harder time recovering from this situation. But keep in mind, Sork has the capability of line of sighting and stuff, because they have the mobility, of course. So it depends on which situation. If you're just doing a duel versus duel, it can be hard fighting a Sork. And in a duel, the Sork can't just, like, if it's a fair no line of sight duel, right, then it'll be a bit more rougher on the Sork. Yes. That makes sense. Yeah. I see we made it to Necro. Yeah, what's up? Welcome back to the Decimus. Enjoy your quesadillas. Yes. 80% of Nightblades are going to stay as much distance as possible until they're ready to ult too. Yeah, the second Nightblade stops being slippery is the second you're about to get ulted. Yeah. Basically that. Nightblade is just too skill based, especially nowadays. The issue with Nightblade is that you always get tagged by one from Invis when you drop under 50%. Yeah, that tends to be a thing. My Zon goes off 4 times and he just cloaks every time. He just kept running behind pillars. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. 3.6 more hours to finish, yes.
Miss Frenzy Gaming, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Better, but still trash.
Doing some React content on ESO, imagine.
I would say they're both trash there.
Both trash there, I agree, 100%. So far, we're very similar with rating the classes so far. With the only difference being, like, for a pre-made situation, but again, this is the PvP class tier list for, like, I'm gonna just queue up for a BG, or am I just going to zero by myself, right? It is solo, right? Or is it not? And let's see how good we can do. So far, I agree with this. Yes.
Let's.
This is where I vent. Thank you. I'm calm now. No worries. You can vent all you want, coach. Yes. As long as it don't affect anyone else in a negative way, you can vent if you want to.
I try to, when I play against Nightblades, I try to
solo or invite a lot of people along the way. Okay.
Commentate on what I'm doing. It also helps if you play Nightblade yourself, because then you know, like, okay, he's gonna go for the bow proc now,
yeah.
He's gonna try to incap you now, he might have a tether, oh, he threw his bow proc already, he's far away, he's not gonna have any burst. You gonna learn those kind of scenarios in your mind and play around them.
Like back in the day as well. Back in the day, it was actually like a duelist trick that you could get. Was it? I can't remember. Was it off balance with a roll dodge through them? Right? I think it was. I'm not sure if it was that. But yeah, anyway, back in the day, I also knew that when fighting Nightblades, that they would also bank on that off balance to then actually land a combo that you cannot counter, rather than the, like, I'm gonna just come in from stealth and then ult right away kind of thing. That off balance trick back then, that's no longer a thing, I think, but it was really good.
Sight is nice, only good necro skill.
Long time.
Yeah, I like sight, but
CP changes.
It's just not enough. Where is Stamcrow? Can see it in S section. No, it's here.
Yeah, it's the tactician CP. Yeah, that one. Yeah. It's still the case. Fighting good players can't really count on in-cap bow proc. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they'll do that kind of stuff. Yeah, I do know that.
Ways to play on it than match scrum.
Harder to pull off. Yeah, it's a lot better, because thing is, like, most Nightblades, man, like, I'll be honest, man, it's very easy to counter, because the thing is, right? Most Nightblades will come at you from stealth with an in-cap bow proc, and even if you hold block, they will still go for in-cap and bow proc, and then afterwards have no idea what they're doing. Like, they'll actually panic and run around, and, like, I don't know, they try to cloak and just run as well. That happens to be a thing. But if you're up against a really good player, right, chances are that not only will they probably land their incap at the right time, but they'll also wait for their bow proc. Like let's say you're spam roll dodging because you're panicking, right? They will wait until you're out of the roll dodge to then land the bow proc. And they have that feeling of like, okay, now I need to do the bow proc to make sure that it hits. And it's not that hard to learn that kind of feel. You just get all bounds with concealed surprise tag set. Okay, I see. In-cap bow proc only works against people with 200 plus ping. Yeah, that is the thing. So most of the time, if you have decent ping, oh hello, yeah, did he get you? Did he get you? You were looking. Oh my god, dude, you actually got her. You didn't get me though, but like you got her. She was looking. She turned around. She was like, oh, hey Lamau, dude. Yes, funny man. Skinkuro TV. Boom, boom, boom. Problem with timing though. Yeah, as the Nightblade, you have problem with timing. That comes with experience. Like there's nothing I can tell you of like, hey, now this or that. No, that comes with experience. It's the same thing with DKs that always want to press leap in the most awful situations, like when people are at 100% health and stuff. Like you don't do that either. You have to wait until like around 60%. Just wait, and then you can combo with it afterwards, right? If they want to do leap stuff. Okay, of course, obviously you can also run corrosive, but you know what I mean. Same thing with the timing of the. Oh, you were the Sorg. Oh yeah. Oh, as in defending against their combo. Yeah, that also comes with experience. There's also nothing I can say about that. Yeah. What if it kills 100%? Very rarely, but sometimes it can. Because sometimes, dude, I saw a dude. I didn't know it was possible, but I saw a dude yesterday in my BG with 16k health. Like I wonder, like you can actually one shot that with a bow proc. Because in a BG, I've been hit for a bow proc. 7 heavy, by the way. 7 heavy. I'll have you know. I got hit for a 17k bow proc. Yes. On my death recap. 17.6 to be exact. Yes. In a BG. That means no CP. Crazy, right? Anyway. Yeah. I realized I did not have... Oh, right. I didn't have music because I was reacting to a video, right? Oh, dude.
And hello, Miss Frenzy.
Okay. We'll get there.
Okay,
We'll get there.
Maxorg next.
Maxorg.
I'll go get some more water first. I'll be...
Oh, no, dude. Alright, I'm also getting some water. To play every class and you can read people super easy? Yeah. Yeah. ADHD, yes. Yeah, what Decima said. You can count lights and heavies, but also like in terms of ult, if you know how to play those classes yourself with the amount of ult you get, because that actually, there is a difference between classes that like some classes are easier to build ult on, right? It's the same thing that like you kind of have a feel as to when people could have ult again. That's also why you can hear me say sometimes, when I play group BGs, you can also hear me say, oh, they probably have an ult right now and they're going to third party and then ult, right? And then it happens because you kind of have that feel. It's like, okay, they probably have ult again.
Next.
So it's the same thing for Nightblade with incap and stuff. If they just recently popped an incap, it's a low cost ult as well, but yeah, okay, with the stun you have, yeah, okay, but then
Maxorg is the first beat here.
Yo, Taurus, what's up?
I like my Maxorg. I don't think it's a bad class. I think it's fairly balanced. But I think it's very hard to find both offense and defense on Maxorg. You can be really, really tanky on Maxorg.
At 20 ult from Poach Tippy, yeah.
Of tankiness. You can still kill things, but not as well as Stemsorg.
Yeah.
And there's not really any good...
Gonna make a BG team? Oh, fuck. Oh, yes. What's your team name? Everyone has to have a team name. Hmm. Oh my god, is this top 30 Oblivion speedrunner Taurusite? Or no? Huh? Huh? Is he blessing me with his presence in chat?
Crowned, I think.
Damn, I didn't know he streamed, but now you guys know. Yes. I joke. Well, I mean, I'm not joking, but... yo, how's X Gaming? Dude, I just popped a shout out, so I have to wait for the cooldown. I have to wait 1 minute, 9 seconds. What's up, dude? Hope all is well. We're currently doing a tier list. So far, I agree with things with some minor extra comments that I've made. Yes. Hope all is well. How's X Gaming? Can you send you my tier list? You can, yes.
Or you have super good offense. But if you have that super good offense, it's also very counterable. Most of the Maxorg...
Alright, dude. Alright.
Just
I clicked on it.
The only thing that should land is Streak and Curse. Like all frags and Wasples and all of that, it's just dodge all material. So I would say Maxorg because of that is B tier. Like you can build it around procs. I have a proc build
I think-
for Maxorg too, but
I think Maxwork is one of those classes where it's kind of whatever. If you play actual Maxwork itself, it's just a whatever kind of class. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's amazing either. Is Maxwork can Maxwork be OP in Cyrodiil? Yes, because you have access to more streaks, I would say. And you can choose which fight to take then because of that. Right? Same thing as Stampsork, right? But then Maxork will probably be ranged related. So being a Maxork, because like technically you can also say, but you can also run the Vamp Spammable, and that's a melee thing, and it costs Magicka. Yes. But most of the time Magicka is ranged related. And then I would say you have a very easy time of picking your fights. Can you get ganked though? Probably, because you know, you might not think of like, oh shit, there might be a Nightblade in Cloak soon, but that could be any class. So like, yeah, you are gankable, but it's more, does a Maxork use more shields and stam? You can, yes. There are also builds out there without shields even, because today it doesn't even matter anymore. Like you can run any type of build. But the classic Maxork uses shield, yes. Who's the Beard Guy channel? Decimus, yes, he's in chat as well.
proc damage is not on.
You don't use shields. Yeah, you don't have to. It depends on the build that you have, completely. But the old classic Maxork uses shield, yes. Like and by shield the hardened ward, yes. And then a long time ago they would also run the, what's it called? The light armor shield thing. That also, yeah. But that's really old, long ago. Harness Magicka, right? Yeah, and the other one dampened something, and Harness Magic or something.
On the same level as the Stampsork. So you kind of have to build for max Magicka, which means that you don't have a lot of spell damage, which means that any procs that you run is just going to be less effective than on Stampsork.
Yeah, I agree.
If you hold my curse, yeah, I don't think I've ever. He has a lot of damage, but I don't think I ever died to him.
Yeah, people used to run classic magic Maxork with hardened ward and Harness Magic.
That, like build very glass cannon. They have a lot of damage. And
like still trying that vampire outfit?
Like some frag
which one?
For 13k. It kind of sucks. But how often does that happen? Like more often you dodge solid.
The thing is, dude, like I don't know if you know what, I can even test it myself. There's a certain thing in the game where I don't know if he's still around, but if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. It's okay. But there was a thing where you could continuously spam crystal frags at the cost of 0, and you could just continuously proc it and still cast it, and that was kind of annoying. But I personally find that to be an exploit, because the way they did it, it was continuous crystal frags, the procced version of crystal frag. Yes.
I think it's.
So I wouldn't really think of like putting that into this list because.
And in
like,
that case,
yeah, in that way it's kind of broken, but I don't think that's not legit.
It's like you can still be very easily countered by Dodgel, but they will not kill you.
It is an exploit. I also find it to be an exploit because how is it fair that you're just landing? Also, like if you're a glass cannon, right, and you're at ranged, you might not even, if it's in the game, it's made for entertainment. Elema Bombo, but yeah, there is yeah, then you can hit really hard crystal frags, and then the meteor spam. Oh my god, what's his name again? Kamel, whatever, Kamel. Yes. Yeah, the one that was in my PvP video when he was low CP. Elema. Yeah, but that was also an exploit, of course, meteor spam. But this crystal frag spam is also really annoying for sure, because the thing is, there is a group of people, I'm not going to name who it is, and I would prefer people to also not mention who it is if they know who it is, but there were a group of people that actually did it all together. Oh, hi, Jimina Sparkle. Oh, hi. Well, welcome. How are you doing? We're hanging out over on the Twitch. Yes, helpful as well.
That's the difference. And you still have a lot.
And that group of people would use that exploit with multiple people, so you could just have a billion crystal frags hitting you over and over, and that is very much an exploit.
Of damage if you land your damage.
No other skills in
So
between,
I
by the
would
way.
say Maxoc is B tier. Now Stamsoc on the other hand, I think Stamsoc is better than Nightblade. I think it's just a lot more reliable when it
On
comes
procs.
to killing good players.
Oh.
It's a lot harder to counter than Nightblade. And it's just very, very like, especially if you're outnumbered, fighting Stamsoc feels very oppressive, right? Now I think a lot,
But the thing is, right, that we also have to go based on like proc or non-proc, because proc Sorc is really annoying to deal with because they have so much offensive pressure. And I would 100% agree with this being on the same list as Nightblade. However, if we're just rating off the class itself, right, and not sets, then I would rate it one below Nightblade, because Nightblade also has so much burst and a heal. But don't get me wrong, I understand why this is the way it is, and it's probably due to the fact that proc Sorcs are very much prevalent, or whatever you call it. I think that's the word, right? Everywhere in Cyrodiil, BGs and stuff, and they are so offensive. The forum Sorcs won't like that one. So yeah, it really depends on are we talking proc or non-proc. Non-proc Sorc, that's the one that I try to play a bit, and I do play with Master Duel, but other than that, I usually just have stat sets and stuff. And there are some situations where I don't feel like I'm equal to the other proc Sorcs. That it is what it is. Sorc profits from proc so much. Yeah, it always has been. Yeah. If proc Sorc was a class, it would be meta. I think so too, yes. Sorc has always been a really good proc carrier, no matter what kind of build you want to build. Because, I mean, I've played Zerglide for years, right? Or even Draugr back in the day. The reason why it was so good, and this is kind of funny now because it's totally changed now, but Sorc was really good. Check Discord? Okay. Sorc was really good because... oh, yeah. Okay, I'll read that in a sec. So Sorc was really good back in the day because people that ran procs on their classes meant that they would have less healing capabilities, right? Because using procs means you're not using a 5-piece for stats, which would then allow you to heal yourself a lot easier. And Sorc has mobility, so Sorc doesn't have to worry about that. Sorc has no problems with sustain either, right? Because again, the 5-piece could also be sustained. You also have minor bonuses, but we're going to skip that for now. So Sorc has always been a good proc carrier because it had sustain and it had mobility, right? And the healing would then be you can work around that by just having mobility, right, to keep yourself alive. But now, in the current day and age, right, it's the healing is so strong it doesn't even matter anymore. So I do think that looking at Sorc now, that other classes, Decimus Camp Frozen. Oh yeah, yeah. This one is my Templar. Yes. Look, it's even Decimus Camp Frozen and Etard should play DC. Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay.
a lot of people fail
Yes.
at Stamsoc is the survivability aspect.
Yeah.
They know how to
Survivability.
do damage, but they don't know how to survive. And
They know how to do damage, and you know why? It's because of the proc sets. I'm not an anti-proc type of guy. I've run procs my whole ESO life, whatever you want to call it, right? Like I've also been a proc lord, but yeah, I 100% agree. People just get carried by the procs, and that's currently is the situation with Stamsoc as well.
not because you can't, but
Does he head is on character? Oh, whoops. Oh, wait.
because it's difficult. You have
Well, there
to
you
actually know how to play, and that is what a lot of Stamsoc out there are kind of lacking. And it's the same.
Oh, you want
DK.
Booba?
Like
Okay.
people are just playing tank builds on DK.
Click on the warden, I
and
guess.
sitting in Sanderstorm. And if you fight those players, you're gonna think, oh, MacDK is not that good. But if you fight a good MacDK, he's gonna one-shot you.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same with Stamsoc to some degree. The damage is not as good as MacDK, but I think a good Stamsoc, you're not gonna kill them easily.
No, you're
And
really
they're
not.
gonna put out a lot of pressure on you.
Yes. Okay.
Like way more than most classes. I think any class apart from DK.
I agree.
Doggle, how you doing? Got a link to that PP stat for you. Wait, which PP stat? You mean the tier list? Or I'll get you the URL.
Before? Oh, no.
It's the tier list we're making.
Yes. Damn, dude, I didn't think this tier list would be the entire stream, but I kind of... I like talking about it.
Like, all of this is when you play it optimally.
Yeah.
Oh, the...
But I will once say again about the tier list that optimal stamps work, non-proc wise, I don't think is above the other things that it's next to. But
yeah, give me a
the
second.
Nightblades. But proc work definitely would be better than proc than any Nightblade. Yes.
There's also a link below my.
I agree with that one.
There's a panel for it. But yeah, just a reminder, all of these rankings are based on like when you played optimally, not like when played fully or when played average, but like when you played optimally.
But I play Necro and I'm able to get like 20 kills in 0-0, dude.
I don't know, it's maybe easier to kill than Stamblade, but harder to survive. So maybe like here or here. But when played optimally, it's here. 20 euros to see. Yeah, it's not on like full public access yet. It talks about you. No, talking about anyone in particular. To be an A+ tier. No, we still don't have anything in C tier. Sage, how you doing? What are we talking about? We're doing a class tier list.
Yes.
Streak, Stamshock Meta 2 in my opinion. Yeah, it's up here because it's also very good in open world. It's a lot easier to position when you can just move your position in the blink of an eye. Nightblade is also good at that, but if your cloak gets countered, you're in some big trouble, so you kinda need to build for Swift as well.
Also a big thing is shade too. Like a good person with shade is really hard to catch. And then the only issue would be like if you get a number to an extreme degree where people are camping your shade, then yeah, I would say okay, shade is kind of. But if it's only a couple people and stuff, dude, a good Nightblade with shade is really annoying. Yeah. If there's
almost any Nightblade build, I also built for Swift. So you have the invis and the speed, but it's still not as much speed as Sork. But yeah, Mac.
That's why I'm confused. We're on the same tier. I think it's because Proxork, like again, like I will 100% agree with Proxork being better because Proxork is just busted. But I also have mentioned, of course, that I think it's because of the procs. And if you were to just have Stampsork with just stats, I don't think it's above Nightblade at that point. But that's where we split off because, again, like this, we didn't really talk about that. Yeah. Any class can use procs, yeah.
I think Magplar, it's not A tier. I don't think.
Yeah, it's Magplar is definitely. Magplar is just on the same level of like, it's whatever. Like if you can have a whatever tier, I'll put Templar in there. Like it's not bad, it's not good either.
Plus
you know?
A tier.
So whatever that is, that's probably B then, I guess.
Magplar has the best execute with beam.
It does.
But it kind of lacks in pressure.
The beam.
I think in most cases.
The reason why Maxark would technically be better than Templar, no matter the situation, is because of the mobility. But skill-wise, everything else would go down to Templar, if you ask me. And it's because again, this class tier list was made. Decimus said it for like, I just want to play. I'm gonna go into Cyrodiil, I'm gonna go into BGs and stuff, right? And Maxark would just like, if you're solo and stuff, you can just completely just do your own positioning. It doesn't even matter, right? So then Maxark would already then be higher tier than Templar just because you don't have to. You can pick your fights in the same way as Stampsword can, right? So like it would because of that. Templar better group support too. That is a thing. Yes, that is also a thing. But like it's kind of cheating in a way because like just because of the mobility, I would rate it higher. But everything else, of course, Templar will just do a lot more. But so invite one other person, you're already cleansing and healing them, securing kills. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. But then the Maxark, right? Because let's say you have let's say you have 2 Templars and you have two Max Orcs, right? I bet you that the two Max Orcs will get a higher KDA, right? In Cyrodiil BGs than the Templars in a random BG. But that's only because of the mobility, and it's kind of not really, it's not fair because the mobility, like everything else, I agree with you. Right, Templar would be winning, but it's just the mobility makes it super unfair. So yeah, there's that. That's my opinion on it. But it's because it's unfair. I feel like it's a lot easier to kill in Templar. The thing is, right, because you're gonna go for an average BG or average Cyrodiil gameplay, right? And then the thing that is like, again, is the mobility. It's too broken. You don't have to be in a fight you don't want to be in, right? If you want a Zerxer, for example, sometimes you might get a little bit too stuck as a Templar, whereas the Maxer can just streak away and it doesn't have to worry. So it's kind of cheat because I 100% agree with you for all the other reasons, but the mobility is just too strong for having access to streak. So it's kind of a cheat almost. It's almost a cheat. It is unfair, and I completely understand. I can see why you would put Templar over Sork, but I can also see if someone were to put Max Sork over Magplar in this situation. It just depends on what you prefer. For sure.
You can be very tanky on Magplar. You can build around blocking, around like standing in rune, surviving.
Really big numbers. He's fight better than Sork, less numbers, and you can fight back and kill easy. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And yeah, it's just the mobility is cheese. An eating necessity. Is this the spork? Spork, the fork and the spoon? Yes. I've never had a spork actually. I'll have you know. Spork on top. Spork's pretty good. The pretty good, is that, I can't see what that is. Is it a knife or like, what's the second thing? Yeah, anyway. Yeah.
But if you're outnumbered, that's not going to help you.
Wait. Oh, is it, oh really? You mean? Oh wait, you can't see. They are forks though, not spoon. But yes, I have the Cadwell fork and I have the fork of Appellation as well. Yes. I'm somewhat of a cooking fork thing connoisseur. Yes. But yeah, anyway.
In like seriously outnumbered situations, what helps you is mobility.
Yeah.
And you don't really have that on the class. You're kind of like forced to play more stationary with the rune healing and rituals and all that. I would put Magplar. I have easier time securing kills on Magplar than on Maxorc.
I can see why, yeah.
But it's squishy.
But that's like I said. That's the thing. Like that's the thing. I agree with him there too, but I also disagree because it's like the mobility is so cheese. Right? That's the thing.
I think maybe it's better than Maxorc. Actually, no.
So I would say for both. I would. It doesn't matter which position this gets in
like,
between the two, but
it's like the
I gave my opinion for sure on both, and I think they're both equally relevant.
Worse classes, but I think Magplar would be B tier.
You did a meme.
Yeah, in crypto.
What is this? What is this meme? Well, if there was a thing, all right. So yeah, I'm not going to read it out loud. But the thing is with this one, right? There should be a third frame with the dude here, and there nobody being here at all, and then the Sork saying, "Hey, anyone want some minor prophecy?" It's like there's no one there. Nobody cares, because that's the thing. Yes, for sure. Yeah. People don't care about us, Sorks. Oh yeah. Okay. That's true.
Play Magplar is actually really
Everybody what? Yeah.
good.
Facts? Yeah, true.
You're right. But is it A tier? I would say Templar is A tier. It's getting close to A tier.
No, the thing is, again, because of the mobility of these things and like the Sorks, I wouldn't consider Templar on next to it. I would consider Stamplar on the higher end of the B tier for sure, but then or on the lower end of the A tier. Yes.
It purifies energy
for sure.
The cross heals, rituals, all of that, and
I guess
can secure kills like your teammates burst and you spin them down. So it's very good for that. But again, I think Stamplar just has more build diversity. You can run Masterlock, you can run Unleashed, you can run procs that
Yeah.
kind of fill the gap in your build where people just outrange you and like dodge all your damage after that. Against Templar it's a lot harder to do because you're gonna have a lot more dots on you. Magplar can't really have that many good procs.
Yeah.
So I would say Stamplar does almost the same things as Magplar, but better. Now, that said, do that on Magplar now. Run Marzok, which has a max stem line, or Unleashed, which has 2 max stem lines. Then you're playing as
I have nothing to add. I don't really have much to add.
And max health.
So
That's
even
the Stamplar.
even for this situation, I agree with this, but I could also see if someone were to put the Sork above the Templar, both Templars, because again, like the mobility is just it's unfair.
Or in that case, because you have more stamina than Magicka. Yeah, also some people play Master Dual World, which also does alright.
Yeah.
And I think that's easier to play with max attributes into stamina than attributes into Magicka. It's just there's more good sets you can run on Stamplar. Otherwise, the gameplay is very similar. But Stamplar can be a lot of damage. I think it's on par with Arcanist damage, roughly. Just Arcanist is tankier, but we're gonna get to that in a moment.
Warden. I wonder where this one goes.
Running a Russian Flame Boss.
Where Kanmu at?
On the
For the
medium
Magden.
power build,
Yes.
On the range build, I run Soul Cleaver.
Is he gonna put
Victory,
Is he gonna put Warden on C tier? Let's find out.
Master Inferno and One Piece Magma.
Let's find out.
Also, if you're on the topic of group play, like, sure, Sork doesn't have any burst heals for the team, but you do have the AoE CC. It's very easy to apply to people chasing your group mates, so I think...
No, Decimus, you cannot say that. You cannot say that, because whenever I say that we supply Streak and Negate and stuff, people laugh at me and still call me a useless class. So no, you cannot say that.
Well, it's a lot of group support.
Yes.
Even if you don't have something like Negate, so then...
Yeah.
Stemcro really adds love Stemcro. Yes, Stemcro is really, really bad. You know, BT, I would be more happy about average Magplar than Maxog joining as fourth. Yeah, but like this is average play, right? I'm just talking about like optimally played classes. In that case, I think Templar is a little bit better.
The sad thing is, actually, with Templar, like if you were to have a Templar in your team as well, right? Jesus Beam will probably secure you the kill over the Maxork Endless Fury.
But it's not as good as...
Just to be different. For sure.
Are we talking for PP? Yes, this is a PvP tier list. StemDK B tier, no magic abilities, it's shitty. I don't know about that. You have a lot of burst with the like Scavenge Demise.
Dude, you can even go full monkey mode and just run Corrosive and Dizzy Swing and you'll still be okay on StemDK at the minimum.
It's just a bit more dot oriented than MacDK. I think it belongs up here as well.
Yeah, the thing is with Haunting Curse and stuff, like you want all those abilities, all those class abilities, Bound Armors, and shenanigans. It's too much.
You can run that with Master Bow and Scavenge Demise front, for example, is what.
Which is good, but also bad.
You have a lot of damage with that. A lot of dot damage and a lot of burst damage too with the Scavenge Demise into stacked with.
I remember the days where Sork was mostly weapon skills and stuff, and you barely had any class skills. Those were the days, and we always complained about not getting enough class identity, I guess. And then now comes the day where we have too much class identity, but I just wish it was a little bit better. Because again, you're reliant on procs and not reliant on your class skills as much. Like they add, of course, your class skills add to the pressure, like Haunting Curse does, Bound Armaments does and stuff. But I wish it was just a little bit better. Just a little bit.
Just gotta use the cooldowns.
Old Overload, no bar space anymore. Yeah, the third bar. Yeah, it was really nice. Remember that.
But yeah, Stemplar up here.
Eats it live, insta-kills it. Blossom Dodge. Yes, nice one.
Cleanse the dots or outrange the Stemplar.
I mean, the thing is, you might actually joke about that, but let's not forget the fact that like ZeniMax actually at one point did a like, hey, let's raise all the dots by like, well, what was it, 50% or some shit, and then the healing, whatever. Remember, they did actually do those extreme numbers, so don't forget, you might actually get hired. Yeah.
Heal up, and if you don't,
that happened before.
You have nothing to worry about.
Extremes, like that.
It's very easy to outrange.
Yeah, in Dutch as well, Kaka means.
I think range Splar is
means both shit and just
I don't
Yeah,
know.
bad.
Like most of the damage is also dodgeable.
It'd be like that, but it's okay.
Like it's either outrangeable or dodgeable. That's the problem. A Magden. Okay, Magden.
You're not.
We have to account for the Plovent heals.
Okay.
If you
Yes.
don't Plovent build
Whatever. Just focus on this.
instead of Arctic. Wow, this is laggy. This is a tough one. Isn't also A tier?
Oh,
We're
Camu
starting to have
not too
many
happy.
classes in the A tier.
Yeah, that's why I would bump Stamplar down to B tier, like, but at the higher end of the
We
B
look
tier.
at like optimally played Magden. Like how much does it help in a group v group fight? A lot. Because you have Plovent heals.
Finally at Warden, yeah.
You have good dot pressure as well. You have AoE burst with the shocks.
How would you roast Magden mains? Dude, Magden mains are like, you know how like how I talked about like people that play, let's say people switch over to Necro because Necro is now bad and they want to prove the world like, look, I'm a good Necro and I'm killing Cyrodiil peoples, right? You know, those type of people, right? The people that will play any off meta build kind of thing, right? Just so they can feel special about themselves. It's that, like, those are the Magden mains, but they don't talk about it with other people. They're just chill people, but deep in their heart, they know that like I'm playing a class that nobody else kind of really wants to play, and like, you know, they have the feeling of wanting to be like that, but they don't go about and look stupid because they'll talk about it with other people. You know what I mean?
You can offer major protection to your team with
Those are Magden mains,
with Notenstorm.
just like flowers, man. Yes.
And if you play in an organized setting, that's basically always when your team goes for the burst window, right?
3-2-1 proxy dead, 3-2-1 deep Fisher.
Sustain. Especially compared to Stamden. I'm gonna get to that.
Online
in a moment,
Fisher,
but
nice. I just played 3 hogging class, yes. Where's he? But then you have way too many classes in A tier.
In solo, definitely not. In group play, I think
That's the
it's
issue right now.
You can also heal a lot on Macblade nowadays.
Yeah, you can.
Maybe
Because Nightblade is very balanced too.
Magden is here between the Nightblades. So I think with Soul Cleaver build, you can kind of fill the same role as Magden.
I still put
I mean,
I still
the
put
offense
Stamplar on higher end of
and
B
ruining
tier.
people, and we can run even
think.
like Stendar on Nightblade and just also cleanse your teammates.
And then Warden. Yeah, the thing is with Magden, right? Like he just put Warden here, but also keep in mind that this tier list is so super, like it can be anything. And he said it himself, right? It can be anything. That's the issue with it. Raid Magden with Arctic Thieves and Ice Comic Calls makes this a very strong build. There you go. Like that's the issue right now. Like it's anything. So like, where are you gonna put Warden if it's anything? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see a class tier list for specific situations, whether it's 1v1 or solo QBGs or pre-made BGs, like we've done in the past as well. And then like, yeah, because right now Warden, I mean, is kind of whatever, I guess, too, right?
If I agree with that. Since we get to the topic of Stamden, I would say Stamden is better. Or very like... No, I would say it's better. You get the same heals, you get more sustain on Stamden. It's a lot easier to sustain a Stamden than it is to sustain a Magden.
Why is that? I don't know. Well, the thing is, it's a bit different for me because I use Resto Staff and I'm in heavy, so like I can easily get Magicka back. But I don't know. I mean, for solo play, Stamden, the first thing that comes into mind though would be the standard Dizzy Swing type of build, right? For Stamden. But then like a Magden will provide more for group as well. So I don't know how I feel about this. But again, it's because it's a kind of whatever kind of... Yeah, I don't know. Does your resource split more between Style Magic and you can run Torque? Ah, you run Torque. Okay. Diamond's Victory, Glow, Intensify. I like Diamond's Victory. If there was legit BG leaderboard with 100 best people, any of those were Magden, Camel would still make Magden shit? Yes. Replying with dueling monkey thing. Wait, what? Yeah. Yeah, so like...
Because you got...
Yeah, it's because I can't really comment anymore about the current tier list because it's a bit too... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I would like there to be a tier list with specific things, and then I can. Is Hexos Ward a good set? I personally don't like it, but you can run it.
Split your attribute, split your stat usage between Magicka and Stamina instead of just using Magicka for almost everything. And you still have really good Paladin heals. You can run Torque on Stamden, which is very, very slept on. Because you very often like spend your stamina on the offense, and then you get the Magicka, which allows you to like get back your stamina by just doing Ice Staff heavy attacks and spamming the Paladin while you have the Mag regen. And then vice versa, you get the Stam regen, and it's very easy to cycle. Whereas on Magblade, if you are in need of healing and you run out of Magicka, you're kind of forced into dodge rolling, getting the stacking cost modifier, and then you can get to CC and you can CC break and you're fucked. So the sustain is a lot worse on Magden compared to Stamden. Like, so you can try to build Threats Vitality and fix that, but
No, I don't even have issues on both classes without Torque even. I played a little bit of Stamden, it was fine. Magden as well. Yeah, no, I would disagree there personally, but I don't know. I don't need Torque as well.
healing.
The difference is also I'm in 7 heavy, so like it's really easy to. You have to run mag cost reduction on your Breton Magden. Yeah, for me, I'm fine. I'm fine with. It still runs out. No, I'm fine mostly. But like it helps having a Resto Staff and just being able to heavy attack and getting so much Magicka back on 7 heavy. Yeah, but that's just a 7 heavy Resto thing. It's not a Warden specific thing. You like Torque or Stampstroke? You can run it. The thing what I don't like about Torque is because the thing is like Torque will compete against any other mythic. So like the sustain is one thing, right? And if you have issues with sustain, you should run Torque if you have issues with sustain. Because I've always say if you can't sustain, then sustain is the most important thing. Because if you can't sustain, you can't do damage, you can't heal, you can't do anything. So sustaining is the biggest, most important thing. But Torque competes against other mythics, and like you could run, you could go as far as running Sea Serpent. You could run a whatever kind of thing like DDF. You could run a whatever kind of thing like Markin. You could go for specific things like Wild Hunt or Left-Hander's Belt. If you want a specific thing out of a mythic. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forget. I have Roxa. Yeah, sorry. My bad. My bad. I do have Roxa. Yeah, okay. Huh? Yeah, I forgot. So, okay, if Desmos does not have Roxa, then I can understand why he has sustain issues. I forgot about that. Yeah, that makes sense. But still, yeah, the Torque things, the Torque situation. Yeah, so Torque will compete against other mythics. And that's kind of the problem. That's why I don't like it as much, because Torque used to be really, really good, but that's also because there weren't as many mythics out. But there's so many mythics out right now that are relevant for depending on what your needs are, right? Like you can even go as far as running Left-Hander's Belt on the Warden too, if you just want to roll dodge more, right? Like that for a specific situation, if you feel like you need it, you can have more value out of that sometimes too. So it really depends. Running Balrog Ice first, yeah, okay, then yeah, okay, the Roxa made the difference then for me. So that's why. Yeah, invade the sword and board, but I want to change that. I see.
Personally, I really like Stamden. It's less AoE damage though. It's less.
Yeah, I think. Okay, so the thing is, the way that I think about it with sustain, the thing about the Torque is that I always find that comparing sets, right, is kind of hard to do. But at the same time, I think that Roxa most of the time covers sustain for all classes, I think. And it's only a 2-piece, and it doesn't take the piece of a mythic, because the mythics make such a huge difference too. So then my sustain would never come from Torque, but it would always come from Roxa, because I'm okay with swapping a monster set. You could argue, of course, that Balrog is also huge, but I think comparing Balrog to Roxa is very minor when you compare Torque with something like Sea Serpent, which yes, it slows you down, but it's still a lot of damage. Or yeah, because then you continuously have that buff then as well. And what else? What other mythic can I think of at the moment that's really strong, that actually like competes with other things in terms of like how much value it has? I know it's not on the screen right now. Sorry for that. I'm gonna have the video up, but I'm just gonna quickly check. Belhar's. Sorry, what? Okay. Belhar's is banned for a specific playstyle. The thing is, I personally, I'm not really that much of a fan of death dealers, but most people are like addicted to it as if it's a drug, and they're like, oh, death dealer, death dealer, death dealer. I'm not one of those people at all. I don't really care too much about death dealer, but some people swear by it. Pale order for solo play, you could do that, of course. So that also competes with it. If you're in a group, of course, then it falls off. Then you don't run pale order anymore. But DDF slot of value. Oh, there you go. Death dealers. Yes, I joke. Some people like Gaze of Sithis even. I also don't like Gaze of Sithis, but some people like that too and swear by it too. So then you would have Tor competing with Gaze of Sithis too. Yeah, there's a lot of things, man. Even something like Wild Hunt as well, because technically less sprinting, right, would also be kind of sustain-ish in a way. Or like if you line of sight better and faster, then it's like less healing in a way sometimes. So then like sustain-ish, kind of, right? Kind of. So I guess Wild Hunt is also kind of like can compete with Torque. Yeah, Sea Serpent is very obvious one, of course. What else? Even those things, like it's a tough choice then at that point. Sith is like, yeah, that's also something that you could use. And then I prefer having Roxa taking over the Balrog slot, let's say. Breath will use Sithis? Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he does, yes or no, but yeah, I can see why some people would run it. So yeah, that like a mythic slot is so huge for me, for sure.
I can say it's less thought pressure because I run Master Overlord, but and Way of Fire. I would say Stamden is probably better. You also see a lot of people run like dueling builds with Dizzy Swing. I'm not a huge fan of it, but
yeah, Dizzy Swing is a thing.
I think it has a bit more build diversity than Magden.
Yeah, I do agree.
Well.
I do agree with the build diversity.
Yeah, but I think Polawind is like something you can run on both.
Yeah.
Which is the strongest heal. Where does Werewolf go? Werewolf would be C tier.
Yeah, Werewolf would be C tier. No, I think Werewolf might actually be trash tier, dude. I don't know. I can't think of a single thing where Werewolf shines anymore, dude.
Maybe even better than Nightblade.
Like it used to be just annoying to deal with.
Pressure, I think, or a lot more
to deal with werewolves, but like
without running out of resources.
They're not a problem at all. I think it also has to do with people being able to out heal them super easily.
Hard to judge.
Whereas it used to be a bit more annoying. And then again, you could run proc sets, right?
Yeah, because you have everyone.
But then it's the proc sets, it's not the werewolf again.
But then again, one good mech DK, or let's say two good mech DKs would just destroy those three Stamdens, so I wouldn't put it meta. But maybe I would put it ahead of Magblade. Kind of close.
Yeah, the thing with Magden, like I think again, like because it's not a specific tier list, it depends. Because in group play, Magden has more things to offer, because you can have so much more passive off healing, as well, and these are all magic related things. But what he did mention before as well with the Torque, right? It's like, yeah, I see what he means with that. But if you were to not run Torque and just base it off the normal stuff, right, non-mythic, I guess, with just class skills and stuff, I think the Magden would offer a bit more for a group than the Warden, and then that would then be over the Stamden. So, but then again, it's like it depends on the tier list that we're talking about. In this kind of tier list where it's mostly solo and you could have a group, right, I could see why Stamden would be above. But if we're going to talk of strictly group play, I would say Magden over Stamden.
Optimally played Stamden. Optimally played Magblade. No, I think Magblade is better.
Yeah, it really depends on scenario. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Rank classes so generic. Some classes do stuff better than others in different scenarios, group, solo, dueling, etc. Yeah, but
it's funny that got mentioned just now.
I'm definitely not focused on dueling.
Yeah.
With the tier list. It's more so like
Magblade Healer always has been, dude. Dude, the thing is, Magblade Healer, man, like I main Nightblade Healer. I went to NA as my first class there after playing on EU, and people were also like, what the fuck is this healer, right? back then. It got nerfed over time though, but it's still really strong. I still think that Soul Siphon is one of the greatest healing ults if you know when stuff is about to happen. I don't know, I could be wrong, right? Because again, it's been a while since I played it, but the values of the healing were so strong that like nobody can really burst through unless you have a coordinated group ulti dump on top of it. Yes. But those times might be different. I don't know, because it's been a while since I played Magblade Healer. But back then, it was really, really mega strong. Back then, it always had the raw healing output was always Nightblade for me personally. I don't know if they changed much about it, because if not, then I would say yeah. Then I can see why it would be low-key kind of strong. Never been stronger than with Soul. Oh yeah, I forgot about that set even. Yeah, so there you go. That's an even even more of a reason to try it out then for sure. Because back then Nightblade Healer was already strong. I can imagine with Soul Cleaver it's even stronger then, for sure. Also keep in mind that Dark Cloak has been changed for like so many times by now, and Dark Cloak used to be actual god tier. Where I don't know where Dark Cloak stands right now anymore because it's been so long. 18% burst heal ulti, yeah, yeah. Arcanist Healer with the class set seems kind of nice as well. I honestly don't know what that does. I'll be very honest.
RPGs and
I'll check it out real quick. One moment. Fuck, what's it called? Original Oaken Soul Nightblade Healer with Arcade just spamming rest ult. Look at them back for the last one, especially when you use your yeah, like being able to spam. Oh, you use rest ult. I see. I like Soul Siphon a bit more, but rest ult also works, of course, and then being able to spam them, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Nightblade Healer has always been really strong. The thing is, I don't know where it currently stands in the current patch, whatever, but for sure. Yo, Diablo. Oh, hi. Hierophant. Okay, let me check. So I still have his video up. Oh yeah, the major protection at 3 crux. I see. Yeah, okay. If you're gonna get Oaken the Healer's Templar, probably the most broken perma Templar ults. I don't know. Is it just me? Like, I don't know if it's just because of the players or anything, but like, if someone pops a Templar ult that is less, not threatening because it's not offensive, but like, I'm less worried about a Templar ult than I am of a Resto ult, because a Resto ult is kind of hard to burst through, I feel like, but that's also because it casts multiple skills, right? And the Templar ult, I don't know. I've had situations where we would be able to burn through a Templar ult, but like very rarely through a Resto ult. I don't know why that is. Oh hi, Tata Ki. Oh hi, on the YouTubes. How you doing?
And decide to play whichever class, like how
Hope all as well. Diablo, yes.
Magden does more damage and heals. Rest is kind of the same. Magden just feels like a better version to me.
I don't know how much Templar ult is. I'll be honest. I have no idea.
More damage. You can do range damage. There's a lot of
oh, for Oaken builds. Okay, I see.
Magden.
Yeah, okay.
If you run Master Ice stuff, you do range damage, but again, you run into the issue where people just dodge all your damage. You don't have as many dodges as them then, because you have Master Dual and like Way of Fire and stuff like that. On Magden, it's more like AoE damage that you have with the Northern Storm and the Sharks and maybe Ice Furnace, stuff like that. Necroverse Werewolf 1v1. Werewolf's probably gonna win that, not sure. Angela, how you doing? And I mean optimally played werewolf, not the random ass werewolves you see in Swordle and whatnot. DK's meta till I build one. What's up, Tally? Hello. More AoE single target only if they try to face tank. Yeah, but what are you gonna single target with? Force Pulse, Master Ice Staff? It's not really gonna compare to Master Double. When the DKs miss their burst, they maybe...
Sorry, I'm...
No. If optimal play DK, you will disengage when your Koro's about to run out. So if you miss your burst, you just...
You can't find your phone.
Get to distance with 2 Swift. You do some Resto Heavies and spam Coags for 20k per cast. While keeping Vigor up and holding block.
Sorry, would you say Imagine Hexes for Ice Heart Ring of the Pillar, then use
cast Change
Legion instead of Crit Surge? That could be good.
Fossilize, you hit them with stack.
I'm not really, yeah, I mean, you could try it. I'm not a fan because again, Hex's Ward could be something else. Ice Heart can be something else. Spill Order's okay.
Magden's 8 tier.
But you can play it.
It's like Mag played, Stamden, Magden, Stemblade, Stemplar, Mechplar, Mexorc. Pilowski
Also gives you a lot of armor, but doesn't give more.
Deal is from
mitigation
Daisy,
walking.
yes.
I found
We
my
are
phone in
making
my
one at the
18-minute room.
moment.
You can't find your phone, dude?
We might
Dude, I have a
some
thing with my
there is
watch
a
where I
lot
can
of
find my
ATR
phone. I press a button.
classes here. Ja, Kipiken, what's Aidun? Every class for solo BGs, but Necro is a
Look, I don't know if you could read it.
75% of the
awkward.
outcome of solo BGs
Yes.
is your team.
Find phone.
25% is your gear.
And then it's really creepy, but then a voice says,
That's a lot to play.
I'm here. And then it does like a kind of a noise and like, I'm here. Continuously, it's really quiet. It's really creepy. Yes, but I find my phone. Yes.
PK, I can like
Yes.
do the same, except I can kill even tankier players. On Necro, if you don't get a team, you're fucked. I think most of the other classes they can survive in the BG, where like Necros you suffer because you have no sustain. Your damage is predictable. Surely it can be alright with the Necro set, but you run out of resources. Stemshock is a meta though. Stemshock is very, very high on my list. I won't say it's DK tier. I think DKs are... like, not everything can be meta. But Stemshock is very close to it.
Yeah.
Let's see, Stamconist. I would say Stamconist. Is it better than Stamshock? Is the question. Because you have a lot more... You're at the tankiest class in the game
Yeah.
if you play
Thanks,
Arcanist.
yes.
And I think we have to move this around a bit. Wait, did I have Stemplar above Stemblade? No, I didn't. Maybe Magnus be like I do like Stemden a lot more. Magden build works right now, or needs?
Wait, I need an explanation for this Arcanist, man. Because I'm a bit confused right now.
It's just like
Yes.
really good numbers on Magden, but
Because
it's
like,
very like group.
because the thing is, right? He himself said it too, with like the, just be a Nightblade, just go around, right? Do things, right? But like, the Arcanists above that?
The sustain issues.
I want to know now.
If you have a lot
Yes.
of people on you, you're not able to do heavies because you're taking a lot of damage, then you're polished. That's
Behind your laptop. Oh god. Come on, Mash.
Kill is
What
for
you do?
It is your little overall tier list. It's kind of an overall tier list. Just like you queue into BGs, you queue into your little how well you're gonna do. PV? No, not PV. So Stamconist. There's a lot of ways to play Stamconist. You see people running Master Duoval, Water Sun, all that same stuff. It's not even close to Stamshock damage with the same gear. I have tested
Yes.
that. I have run Water
Yeah,
Sun,
I mean,
Water Sun
Stamshock- Stamshark has a damage passive, the reverse thing where if they have more health, you do more damage. And then they also have other additional modifiers with like physical damage and shenanigans like that. So there's definitely some passives.
The Duoval, all that shit.
Yeah.
It's
it
not
helped.
even in the same universe as Stamshock with the same sets. But you're tankier,
Missed call. Oh no.
but you don't have the mobility. And for that reason, I would say, Dinom, thank you for gifting us up to Pilovsky. Thank you. I don't have the alerts on display cap, but thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you. So you're dueling and doing that in Alikir with your build? Would like to see that 3 damage Aquities versus 3 stem damage with 50k and Balog combo. I mean, if you're all in Koro, that Balog combo is not gonna hit you for anything. If you have 3 DKs hitting one target with Molten Whips around the same time window, that target is gonna die.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of coordination. Kanmu, what's solid? Kanmu, we have ranked
I know you're
Magden
fine.
in B tier.
Oh, I didn't
think
see.
it sucks.
I didn't
That
see.
would be C tier.
Yes.
But Stemcro, I think the most like successful Stemcro builds, not Stemcro, Stamconist builds I've seen have been Basconist. And you
Oh,
can be
Basconist,
really tanky on Basconist. It's an insane amount of pressure that you get. But I think it's also very, very melee heavy build. It can be outranged. Most of the damage can be dodge sold. You do have the CC, which is undodgeable. But it's not the same damage as Stamshock. It's not the same mobility as Stamshock. It's a lot of tankiness. It's a crazy amount of tankiness, but I would rank
Yeah,
it
but that's why I would put the Nightblades over the Arcanist, because again, like the what I said about the max work and the mobility and being able to pick a fight yourself is just too much value. So I would say Arcanist is, because of that, in a whatever type of situation, the mobility classes will always be higher than something like Arcanist.
Personally, I like
You can't tank, but you can run away from them.
my
Yes.
Matskanist more. I like
That you can do.
Matskanist with rune plates. I think that build, I need to play it more.
But like again, like it's just unfair
it
that
has felt really,
you have better
really good
mobility
with the
capabilities
Dimension Creates and rune plates
on Sork and
and your
Nightblade,
bolts and left.
and that kind of
So you have kind of similar.
that's why I feel like most of the time the class tier lists never really change in a solo kind of perspective for things, right? Because mobility has always just been like, well, if you don't want to fight, you don't have to fight, kind of thing, right? And it's kind of unfair to see it like that, right? Because then you don't really get an accurate representation of like, okay, but what if you have to fight, and what class is better than the other one? Yeah, you know.
But you have even more so ability.
How tanky it is.
On the Matskanist.
It is quite
I played
tanky,
the build
yes.
as a Stammagonist too, though.
But again, like
These are kind of the same. Like,
I'm just
you
gonna
don't
have to
be
repeat myself
Matskanist.
over and over and over. But like the mobility is just being able to
maybe
not
it's
be in a
just
fight
the same
entirely
with
is
the
kind
Mac
of
costing
huge.
plates than with stamina. If you have to spend stamina on dodge loss as well. So maybe Matskanist.
And just based off that,
Matskanist is just done.
like I wouldn't
as
even
stuff,
consider the skills of the Nightblade and
it's
stuff
really
and
hard.
Sork,
But that's
whatever.
stuff like without counters.
I wouldn't even think of anything like that, but just the fact that they can get away
Yeah.
easier.
Other icon for Procanist.
Like Templar tier damage, a lot of thing. Now that I can agree with. That I can agree with.
There's
Yeah.
only meta.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Is it better than Stamshock? So I think Stamshock in open world you have the mobility and you have more damage than Procanist. But if we look at things from like 1v1 point of view, then like you're not gonna lose a 1v1 on an Arcanist. But just for like normal, like you log into Cyril, you wanna have fun. I think it's more consistent on Stamshock. But it's close.
I mean,
would
the thing
put
is,
above, like Mac
the thing is, right? If you play Nightblade, you have no idea what you're doing, right? But I know this is not that type of tier list. But let's say you're a Nightblade that have no idea what you're doing, but you're just running a glass cannon monkey build, right? You can hit a bow proc and make someone's day very bad with the press of one button. Whereas like with the Arcanist, you still have to like, you're still visible to others and whatnot, you know, like they can see you coming and everything, that kind of stuff. That's also a thing. But that's again, like that's not based on this of like he said optimal play. But in optimal play, the Nightblade wouldn't be in a fight with people he can't handle, right? That's also a thing.
above
That's
Stamshock.
why my argument would be that the Nightblades by default would already be higher than any other class that doesn't have the same escape capabilities. So then you would have the argument of the Sork versus Nightblade. Well, then the proc Sork obviously would be better, but then the non-proc Sork, because if we're just talking about classes itself, I would rate it lower than the Nightblade. But with proc Sork being a thing, yeah, that would be higher than the Nightblade.
Just because you can be in like 1v5, 1v6 on our.
Wait, sorry, I missed that message. Amazing that Necros 2 tiers of this is dog shit away from
can do
everyone else.
well.
Yes, you agree with that?
But you
Yeah,
can
it's
also
just
do
it's
that
the thing is it's just unfair because if you're able to escape super easily on Sork and Nightblade, that automatically bumps them up so many more tiers than the other classes. But that's just how it is.
Samsung. And then if it turns into a 1v20, you can streak away and survive sometimes.
Yeah, like you said, you can just streak away. So that's also why I put Sork way above everyone else because that's just unfair how
So I think this
the
would be
mobility carries this tier list for me
my
personally.
class tier list. Is there anything you guys would change? I'm gonna need you when I come back.
That also makes for a boring tier list because
List.
for my own personal tier list, I would then make sure that Nightblade is on top together with Sork. And then, yeah, then you would make the argument of like the non-mobile classes compared together. And then, yeah, you would have the Arcanist being the most tanky class and the easiest to play then because you're the most tankiest, right? Because we're going to have to rate it on survivability. And procs, the thing is, procs will carry the damage. Procs will carry the damage for sure. So then you have to look at, okay, but which class can be the tankiest? Unless you're such a broken class, like the DK, for example, where it doesn't even matter. That's why DK is on top. But then I can see why Arcanist is on top of the other classes because it is unreasonably tanky. And then specific builds with procs definitely would then shine, of course. Last few times in Magla, I fully realized I could have survived if I just disengaged from the fight. I kept trying to fight some duo Mino and Arcanist. I could have just fought them and they'd be the ones who have to run away in the end. Yeah, but then you could have disengaged, like you said. You know what I mean? You could have disengaged. That's the thing. Yes, because Cyrodiil isn't always about being able to beat everyone. It's being able to pick the fights. Yes, because there's definitely, it's like if you're gonna go for a KD type of thing, right? I will say by far you can probably get an easier KD on a Nightblade than it is on an Arcanist, because you might get into a situation where it's a little bit difficult, or maybe stalemate, right? If you're lucky. But being able to fight, being able to fight definitely also matters. That's very true. But like in the most EU way possible, right? If you don't lose a fight, it's better than to be able to win a fight. And that's why we have the tankiness and self-forgetfulness. Yes. Thank you for the follow. Hi, how you doing? Hope all's good. And don't get me wrong, I also don't like the EU way of thinking, right? Like I've also been playing on EU since I started ESO, and I hate the fact that people value survivability more over like being able to kill a target, right? Oh damn, I didn't know streamer. Ooh. Why? Let me throw that follow real quick. I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't know. Yes, but thank you for the shout out. And that's the difference between the average EU player versus the average NA player, because EU definitely have more of a mentality of like as if I can get a stalemate, it's also a win, right? Like if they don't die, then it's also a win. And where NA is more like, dude, I want to be able to have as high of a chance of being able to beat the other target, even if it comes at the cost of my own survivability. And like look at Alik'r Desert, for example. Like the first thing that people think of when they make an Alik'r Desert build is how well can they survive first, and then they'll think about damage after. That's just the way it is. But I can see why. You hate stalemates. I also hate. I don't like getting into stalemate situations with people either. I am also the first one to walk away. Like that's why when people want to duel me or get a 1v1, first of all, I'll always say I'm not that great of a player. That's number one. Second of all, if it lasts longer than 2 minutes or something, dude, I'm out. I don't care if you want to like be like, oh, I beat you. Like I don't care. I'm not gonna sit here and duel for like half an hour and use like 50 pots. Like it's stupid. I think those duels are really stupid. It's also it is the issue with the game right now currently that is possible with certain builds where you can create these stalemates. But I am not one of those people where my ego floats to my head and I need to duel for like an hour long until I beat them. Like I don't care. I really don't care. I have better things to do. But yeah, so there's that. Yeah. Next.
I think so. I think so.
Yes.
But I might change my opinion.
Dude, like it actually gets to the point. Sorry, I'm really sorry to talk more about this point. It actually gets to the point. Like how often have we seen this? Even when I used to go to Alik'r Desert, how often has it been where like you're fighting someone and it's like an all right kind of duel, whatever, whether you win or lose, right? And then like, oh, let me relog to my main, and then he just brings out a tank there. And it's like, how often has it happened, dude? It's too common. It's stupid.
I've really enjoyed the build I've been playing. Like,
it used to be werewolf back in those days, where people just wouldn't die on a werewolf.
I linked it in Discord.
They would just stalemate. You lose all time there, but go back to learn. That's good. Yeah, if you want to learn, then it's a really good way.
I think. So I was just showing off the build here. I wasn't really doing anything else.
Wait, did we finish all the classes? Yeah, Alik'r Desert is
Mascais is also
mega sweaty.
Like Bascan is my main.
Zero respect for tanks dueling. Yeah, same.
That you get sometimes.
Same.
Basher,
and then,
thank you for the follow.
And then those same people will then send you a whisper or say in Say Chat like, "Ha, you have no damage." It's like, I don't even know what smart remark I can make back, because I'm pretty sure they would not be able to understand anything, because they might not have that much brain capacity to comprehend the situation. You know what I mean? How about bash builds? Bash builds are cool. I mean, if you want to play, I don't frown upon most builds really. Yes. The thing is, you have to play what you find is fun. Play the game that you want to play. Play the build that you want to play. If you want to win, that's a different situation, and then we're gonna have to talk about different builds and whatnot. But if you just want to play what's fun, play whatever you want. Oh wait, yeah, that was it, right? Oh wait, no, there's more. There's more.
When they add new PvP content.
Okay, there's more.
Stemsock without shield gets destroyed by Magic Procanist.
Let's do an Alik'r. Plays with tank DK. The sand starts in the store. Yeah, dude. Oh
And
god.
if you drop low
2
health,
hours and
you don't
24
need
minutes
more.
free content. Thanks, Desi, for the.
And,
Thank you,
the other
Decimus, for the free
for
content.
defense
Yes,
or-
I have spent so much time reacting
have to go
to
to
this
defense
tier
mode
list.
after.
Yes, kind of crazy. It's a whole stream. It is actually a whole
Also
stream long.
comfortable for 0-10 melee stem shock. I don't know about that. I think you can play melee stem shock as a range build. If you run energy overload on the front, you're basically a ranged stem shock, but with more damage.
3 hours on the
You also
beard.
swing in with
I mean, I'm not that
Range-
much of a
range
beard
stance.
connoisseur, as you can see, but
thing a lot more pressure than
yeah,
than the
he
boss.
definitely. He mentioned he has some products though.
But
Yes,
this was what
that
I did
I,
on,
I once asked
yeah,
specifically
just going
about
a
some
bit.
beard oil shit and all that because I was
this was
curious.
this one
But
was
like, dude,
easiest
the
defense.
moment it
That's
gets a little bit
obviously,
long,
but you can tank like an
the moment it gets a little bit long,
ease on
then
this
like
build.
it just irritates me and I just want to shave it off again.
and
I'm not much of a beard man.
like this knife blade I think died to the ulti combo.
This is actually the shortest I've had my facial hair for a while. I don't like it either. I do want it to be a bit longer.
I think it's
What was that
definitely
point
up
about the
there.
range time, Sork? Wait, I have no idea. I have no idea. No idea. Where are we? There. Okay. Oh,
And it's really meta, man. I think it's definitely up there.
I have
like
no
with
idea.
Stem Shock and DK, but I can't have all of them in meta.
Oh, bro, they will
I think I
legit
would all-
block and do
those
0
others
damage
have
to them,
DKs
whisper you
that
coward,
and
nice
then the
damage.
rest, like, full
You're giving up
course
after realizing your mistake. Enter a fight with them.
by Stem Shock and Arc.
Would you rather have Desi's beard or Garm's tripod? Garm's tripod. That thing is huge, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude.
This build is so much fun.
I wasn't blessed when I was born, unfortunately. It is what it is.
The Plague Slinger also.
I've learned to live with it.
20% damage. And sure, you can play this as Stamgonist, but then you can't really sustain the dot soling if you spend stamina on the rune plates and rune mend as well. Delete Crow from list, then it's okay. DK still meta like last time? Yeah, I would say so. Like optimally played DK is still.
A
I
range
think, the
time
most
strike would
broken thing
duel
in the
if you're on energy overload.
game. Okuivas, how you doing?
Arcanist most annoying class below 50. No doubt. Dude. Dude, below 50, dude. Oh my god, that's a whole different community that I just do not understand at all. I don't understand how people can actually main. There are people. Trust me when I say this. There are people that main below level 50 BGs with dungeon sets and everything, dude. And it just like it's just wow. It's just wow. Like obviously people smurf in games, but like below level 50 BGs with like golden gear, dude, and like dungeon sets and everything. It's kind of wild. People actually like. At the lowest level possible, already have Dawnbreaker and Undo and shit. Like, what? That's crazy, man.
I can stop
Yes.
there with DK. I mean,
Do
some
2 mil
people say
damage when
Stamshock,
everyone is
others say,
500 damage. Yes.
Others say Arcanist. I still.
You guys don't know what. Sorry, you guys don't know what being Asian feels like in Europe. Yes, that's true. The ultimate baby seal clobbering. Yes. Desi's beard is the inspiration behind God of War. God of War. Mightier than the gods, yes. Dropping comments at level 46. Yeah, dude, like what the fuck, man?
DK
These people really
definitely
out-
there,
out
but
here
the
with,
rest,
like-
I think
Yeah, I don't know.
we leave them in 8 tier.
Okay. Was there anything else more?
It's really thank you.
Yo, what's up, Hoppy? Yo,
Shout
shout out Hoppy.
Magica here. I could spam the
Hey.
shield forever.
Dude, Hoppy, do you have Pummel Party? Anyone, I don't know, any
Yo, barbecue sauce from Burger King?
barbecue sauce from Burger King? Yes. It was an old clip of mine. I'll play it now, actually. I'll play it real quick. Also, I'm gonna have to end stream soon. I know this is a short stream again. I do apologize. I have work again early in the morning. Tomorrow is gonna be the long stream. Yes, tomorrow's gonna be the long stream. But we're gonna watch this clip real quick because he wants to know what the clip is. So this was a clip where I. Wait, huh? Oh, here. Yes. 255 views? What the fuck? Oh. Okay. Yes, I was near pass out moment. I drank a lot, right? I do not encourage bad alcohol behaviors. I do not do that. But I happened to be in the situation where I was almost falling asleep. And I was awoken when someone mentioned barbecue sauce. Yes.
No,
If you say brown sauce, it's definitely daddy's sauce. If you say brown sauce.
Nah, man. Barbecue sauce from Mackey's is fucking lush.
I like barbecue.
Yo, barbecue sauce from Burger King?
Dude, I used to be a skinny man. So do you know my build video, my Stamford build video back in the day? Let's watch my old Stamford build video, man, because that one, you can see that for build video, man, because that one, detailed stamp. Look at this man's, dude. Healthy man's.
So the shortest explanation that I can give. All right, a Zerba stacks. 20 stacks gives an AoE explosion similar to Fish's death, but then you don't need to die. It's just AoE. Get stacks by doing damage over time. You have Growlithe burning status effect, then you have disease status effect, then you have a poison status effect. You have Venomous Smite, which deals AoE and poison damage, right? Yeah. Then you have flame damage AoE as well. Then you have double charge on the dual build. You have damage health points also accounting for the Zerba stack. So then you have flaming, burning, poison status effect, and then you have bleed on the axe. Then you have the axe bleed on the axe, right? And then you have Maelstrom bleed as well. Overall, you have a fuck ton of AoE and you have infinite damage potential because of Reserve Blight, because the more targets there are, the more damage you have. And then here you go. It looks somewhat like this, but let me
over 30 hidden different. Yeah, dude. I've also eaten a lot more chicken since then, dude.
Caltrop down, put the Stampede, and Thriving Chaos for damage multiplier. I roll dodge for no reason, but then yeah, then you have this. You have a lot of AoE damage. Yes, let me buff up again. There we go. Shabam.
Bop, 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 bop. Yes, axe bleed on the axe. Yeah, dude. Axe bleed on the axe, dude. Yeah, that was my old rest in peace Zerb. I did everything proc Zerb back in those days. I miss it, man. It'll never be the same anymore. Whoa, yes. Was there anything else to the tier list before?
It's just Giga Strong.
The good old rapper, dude. I can still read fast. No worries. What?
Haven't gained CP much, but in no proc Bosoki season.
Oh wait, these are all the
specs for
these are all the classes. I forgot. Yes.
I mean, no CP is different. I don't play no proc. But in no proc, you build more around the stats, and that just favors range because you don't have Mushock, you don't have Master Duel. But you still have good range sets like let's say like Shattered Fate and like Heartland Conqueror might be used and stuff like that. No proc is an entirely different beast.
See, because it's better than macro at least. Alright. I mean, not wrong, but yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Wait, how many did you have? 14k? That's a rookie
okay,
number.
So you move, okay.
Building full damage, you have more damage than Stamcrow in C tier. Maybe like this, it's a bit more accurate. Because I think Stamcrow is a lot better than...
I will still mention it for the people that weren't there before when I mentioned it really early when I was doing this review, yes, of this tier list. That one macro build that is very situational bumps up macro by a lot for sure in pre-made scenarios for sure. Other than that, 100% agree it's trash tier because there's no other build that can save Necro at all. Both Necro and Stamcrow. Stamcrow is still trash. Should have renamed it tier Trash Plus. Yeah, that would actually be a good one. Instead of C, just name it Trash Plus. Yes. Yeah. So other than that, yeah. Okay. So I think we split our ways here, due to the fact that I find mobility to be the biggest thing for sure. But otherwise, I would basically agree because Arcanist for the other non-mobile classes would be above. Yes. I agree. Yes. And then, what's up? Okay, I can do. There's no way that builds fight against another serious small scale group, even with healer up its ass. Yeah, that's why I said it's highly situational because it's really rough to play. There is a person on NA that did it. That's why I mentioned it. And it deals so much damage. It's crazy. You can survive. It is difficult, but you can survive. Yes, for sure. So there's that. Because I mean, he himself was also a pre-made person, right? So like, it's not like you're solo queuing into something. No, like it's situational because you need to have a Sork with you and other all feelers. So there. But yeah, that build still guarantees works, but it's situational. So yeah, it's so situational that it would maybe bump Necro up to C tier, as it is currently right now for that. Yes. But yeah, if we're gonna talk about the insta wipe potential, that you could also make a tier list for that. Like which class can like insta nuke someone? Yes. That would also be yeah. Whether it's, well, I mean, then it's just basically dueling or group PGs. But yeah, Okay, anyway, this is that's it. Okay, I've played 0 of ESO today, but that's okay. We did a lot of talking. I don't mind it. I like talking. Let's go see. Let's see who we can raid. We are gonna raid. Oh, there's plenty of people to choose from actually today. It's kind of crazy. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I don't want to raid Steady Eddie. Do we raid Steady Eddie? I haven't seen him in a while. Otherwise, Kuro would be next. But Steady Eddie barely streams, so I want to show it to him. I want to show it to him. Wait, what? Hold on. Oops, that's him already. I want to raid him. Yes. We beefing with Eddie? Wait, why? Show it to him. Oh, is that beefing? Oh no. Okay, so we're gonna go raid Steady Eddie. He's currently playing Mortal Online 2. Yes. Discord link if you want to stay updated. I want to go live tomorrow. I will finally do a long stream. Sorry for the awkward timing with work and whatnot, but tomorrow will be a long stream. I forgot my schedule for the rest of the week, but tomorrow for sure long stream. Yes, 7:30 p.m. CET. So hopefully see you guys there. Raid command, 1 for subs, 1 for non-subs. Copy paste Sereno, show him some love. He used to be a ESO content creator. He doesn't like ESO anymore as much. Maybe he'll come back just like everyone else does. Who knows? I don't know. But I always support people that branch out to other games as well. And he's a cool dude. So yeah, show him some love. Steady Eddie, yes. And have a good night. Thanks again for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. Why do I make that noise? I don't know why I make that noise, man. It's kind of weird. I've been doing that for a while. Oh, goodbye.